Okay, dear participants, now we are starting with our inaugural session. Now it's time for the collaring of our president. Let's go for it.
Meeting call order.
Now the meeting is called into order. Now it's the time to light the lamp. Asatoma Satkamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amrutangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. It's time for all respected Rotarians to join us in lighting the lamp.
ದೀಪ 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 ದೇದೀಪ್ಯಮಾನ ದೀಪ 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 ದೇದೀಪ್ಯಮಾನ ದೀಪ ಬೆಳ್ಳಿಯ ಬೆಳಕನ್ನು ಚೆಲ್ಲುವ ದೀಪ ಆ ಬೆಳ್ಳಿಯ ಬೆಳಕನ್ನು ಚೆಲ್ಲುವ ದೀಪ ಹೊರಗೆಲ್ಲ ಸಾಲು ಸಾಲು ದೀಪ ನಮ್ಮೆದೆಯ ಕತ್ತಲ ಬೆಳಗುವ ದೀಪ 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 ದೇದೀಪ್ಯಮಾನ ದೀಪ.
Thank you, Anand Sanjan, for your soothing song. Now that we have brought in the ray of positivity through the lighting of Deepa, we'll start with the inaugural function for today. I remember John Maxwell once said, successful and unsuccessful people do not vary greatly in their abilities, but they vary in the desires to reach their potentials. Yes, dear Rotarians, Anads, and participants with desire, I would like to welcome you all to this prestigious event of Sankalp 2020 happening under Rotary Youth Leadership Award Ryla of Rotary Tumkur belonging to District 3190. Every time I hear about Rotary, I remember how they helped the world with polio eradication. Every time I hear about Rotary Tumkur, I remember them planting over 3,000 samplings in 67 schools to educate students about conservation of environment and its positive benefits. Every time I hear about Rotary Tumkur, I remember them to be heroes in the time of COVID 19, providing tabs to innumerable 10th standard students like you and me with inbuilt study materials in them. Every time I hear about Rotary, I remember them as people providing food and basic necessities for 60 consecutive days to those who were badly hit by the coronavirus. I remember them to be installing RO drinking water plants, providing dictionaries, desks, and stationaries to students and whatnot. In short, Ryla and its members have dedicated all their time and effort for the betterment of students like you and me. Thus, it gives me immense pleasure to be introducing you all to another mega project by this mega organization specially designed for the 10th standard students in order to help them not only score great percentages in their academics but also craft them as a responsible citizen of the country. As the title itself highlights, Sankalp in Sanskrit means a devoted intention formed by heart and mind. Likewise, we, the team of Ryla as Sankalp, are here to bring in great levels of determination in you all, even amidst a pandemic. As a matter of introspection, the team of District 3190 for this year is named as Skyrocketers. Any idea why? Because they are undoubtedly and full-fledgedly dedicated to achieve laurels as high as the sky. And without a second thought, I assure you that by the end of event, all students participating in the event will take home loads of confidence and support to become toppers of the state in your final examinations. Do you fear taking exams in the time of COVID 19? We Rotarians are here to lend you a hand with it. Do you lack support from peers and family? Do not worry, we will help you channelize your communication skills. Do you feel the need for a proper plan of action before your main examinations? Never mind, we are here to provide you with one. Do not lose hope and just remember our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way and sound way to achieve success is to try just one more time. Yes, so I humbly request you all to be there with us throughout the program to help us accomplish our mission of getting you succeeded. So, dear students and teachers, without further ado, let's get started with today's inaugural session. Firstly, I would like to request Annette Sanjan Nagraj for an invocation song. Over to you, Sanjan.
ಶರಣು ನಿನಗೆ ಶರಣು ವಿನಾಯಕ ಶರಣು ನಿನಗೆ ಶರಣು ವಿನಾಯಕ ವಿನಾಯಕ ವಿದ್ಯಾದಾಯಕ ದೇವ ವಿನಾಯಕ ವಿದ್ಯಾದಾಯಕ ದೇವ ಶರಣು ನಿನಗೆ ಶರಣು ವಿನಾಯಕ ಶರಣು ನಿನಗೆ ಶರಣು ಪಾಶಾಂಕುಶಧರ ಮೂಷಿಕ ವಾಹನ ಸರ್ಪಾಲಂಕೃತನೆ ಗಜಾನನ ಪಾಶಾಂಕುಶಧರ ಮೂಷಿಕ ವಾಹನ ಸರ್ಪಾಲಂಕೃತನೆ ಗಜಾನನ ಆದಿಪೂಜಿತ ನೀನು ವೇದವಂದಿತ ನೀನು ಆದಿಪೂಜಿತ ನೀನು ವೇದವಂದಿತ ನೀನು ಮೋದಕ ಪ್ರಿಯ ನೀನು ಗಣನಾಧಿಪ ಶರಣು ನಿನಗೆ ಶರಣು ವಿನಾಯಕ ವಿನಾಯಕ ವಿದ್ಯಾದಾಯಕ ದೇವ ಶರಣು ನಿನಗೆ ಶರಣು. ಗಿರಿಜಾಸುತನಿಗೆ ಗರಿಕೆಯ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸುವೆ, ಪರಿಹರಿಸು ಪಾಪ ಗಣನಾಧಿಪ. ಗಿರಿಜಾಸುತನಿಗೆ ಗರಿಕೆಯ ಸಲ್ಲಿಸುವೆ, ಪರಿಹರಿಸು ಪಾಪ ಗಣನಾಧಿಪ. ರಕ್ತವರ್ಣನು ನೀನು, ಲಂಬೋದರ ನೀನು, ರಕ್ಷಿಸಿ ಕಾಪಾಡು ವಿನಾಯಕ. ಶರಣು ನಿನಗೆ ಶರಣು ವಿನಾಯಕ. ವಿನಾಯಕ ವಿದ್ಯಾದಾಯಕ ದೇವ, ಶರಣು ನಿನಗೆ ಶರಣು. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
That was indeed a treat to our ears. Thank you so much, Anat Sanjan. Now, I would like to request the President of Rotary Tumkur, Rotarian Mahesh GN Sir, to welcome the gathering.
Hi, good morning. I welcome Rotarian BL Nagendra Prasad, District Governor 3190 for this function, and he is giving the keynote address. So I heartily welcome DG Nagendra Prasad sir. Rotarian Krishna B. Mayanka, Youth Service Director 3190. So I also heartily welcome Krishna B. Mayanka for this Sankalpa program. And Rotarian Sudarshan, District Ryla Chairman, I welcome Sudarshan BK for this Sankalpa 2020 program. And Rotarian Umesh MS is the pillar of Rotary Tumkur, major donor, past president, and he is the chairperson of the Sankalpa. So I also welcome Umesh MS. Janardhan GN is the Rotary Secretary and he is the backbone of this program. And I welcome Janardhan to this Sankalpa program. And the speaker, Miss Meghana Hanumesh. I welcome Meghana Hanumesh to this Sankalpa 2020 on behalf of Rotary Tumkur. And Rotarian Dr. Shobha G. Speaker. I welcome Dr. Shobha G to this program. And Rotarian Mohan Kumar is also speaker, and I welcome for this Sankalpa 2020. And Rotarian Rajshekhar Hen, Tech Head Sankalpa 2020. And I welcome all past president, board of directors, and all Rotarians of Rotary Tumkur, and all inner wheel president and board of directors, and participants, students, teachers, headmasters, and all who have directly and indirectly supported to this program. I welcome all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I would like to extend my heartfelt welcome to you also on behalf of Sankalp 2020 of Rotary Tumkur District 3190. Now, I would like to request our District Ryla Chairperson, Rotarian Sudarshan BK Sir, to brief us regarding Sankalp 2020.
Good morning. Welcome to you all to this special Rotary Youth Leadership Awards. Let me congratulate all the participants first for taking and this particular Ryla seriously and trying to learn so many things today. I bring greetings from our District Governor Nagendra Prasad, our District Youth Service Director Krishna Marianka, and along with me, my Ryla advisor Shashidhar, as well as Mohan. My heartfelt thanks to all the team Rotary Tumkur for excellent way in organizing this Ryla. Enjoy the Ryla, learn, and be happy in your future. Thank you.
Thank you for the ray of hope, sir. We are really pleased to listen from you. Also, participants, I see many of you raising your hands. I'm telling you again, please do put your queries in the chat box so we can address them. Moving on. Now, I would like to request our bulletin editor of Rotary Tumkur and technical assister for this event, Rotarian Raj Shekhar sir, to introduce to us the district governor.
Thank you, Sushrita. It's my pleasure to introduce our beloved President, Director, DG Rotarian BL Nagendra Prasad. Um, Rotarian BL Nagendra Prasad, District Governor, Rotary International District 3190. Nagendra Prasad was born as the eldest son of the two children that were born to the disciplined, down-to-earth couple, Srimati Sharada and Sri CVL Shastri, on 3rd November 1959 in Bangalore. With magnificent 59 years of meaningful life that started with childhood schooling at a national public school and subsequent science graduation at National College, Nagendra Prasad knew from the very beginning that hard work, commitment, and determination would eventually turn him into a successful businessman and a humble human being. With a sharp eye to finesse and perfection, Nagendra Prasad excelled in his profession career. With a mind that was set on a successful business empire, he took over as the managing director of Skytop Builders and developed over 85,000 residential plots in over 100 layouts in Bangalore and Mysore. He joined Rotary Bangalore Pina in the year 1984. With family and business pressure mounting in his prime years, Nagendra Prasad took a sabbatical from Rotary. Being very passionate about philanthropic activities, he joined Rotary Bangalore Sadashivanagar in 2008 as a charter member and became its president in the year 2011 and 2012, and bagged the Star President and Outstanding President Award along with several other awards for the club. He has served the district in various capacities like Special Aid to District Governor, District Director for Water and Sanitation, Conference Chairman, Chairman for Multi-District Pets at Sri Lanka, Chairman for District Awards Night, Assistant Governor, Chairman for Pets and District Secretary. Apart from excelling in Rotary, Nagendra Prasad has a rich legacy of a business career that has won him awards and accolades in various institutions. To name a few, gold medal for providing low-cost housing sites by Council for Industrial and Trade Development, Bharatiya Navanirman Puraskar by All India Business Community Foundation, Indian Achievers Award for Real Estate and Infrastructure, Entrepreneur of the Year 2015 by Bangalore Management Association. Nagendra Prasad is also active in many religious and sports organizations, important being his stint as the Vice President, Karnataka Table Tennis Association. Even in his busy schedule, he finds time to nurture his hobbies in cricket, table tennis, and photography. Nagendra Prasad has got unstinted support from his family, with the wife Meera Prasad being a Rotarian of Rotary Bangalore Pina. Their two daughters, Pragna, and an architect, and Preksha, a commerce graduate. Both members of both are members of Rotaract Pina, and Asan Pranav Prasad. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to talk about such a great leader, Rotarian BL Nagendra Prasad. Thank you once again.
Thank you, sir. Now is the most awaited moment of the day. I would request our district governor for District 3190, our very efficient and energetic Rotarian, BL Nagendra Prasad, sir, for a keynote address on the event. Over to you, sir.
Hello friends, I am happy to be here on this great occasion of this Ryla. The Ryla which has called Sankalp 2020, a great name. Friends, this is meant for SSLC students. More than 1,000 students are here. That is what I come to know from my lead club, Rotary Tumkur. Friends, Rotary District 3190 is always there to support any good cause and especially a literacy. And when we talk about Ryla, we have been holding continuously Rylas of multi-district, international Rylas, and the team of Ryla has been really good and they're coming out each time with a new ideas. Let me congratulate the team for the excellent ideas they have put in together and for the great registrations they have today. Friends, let me also thank my president and the whole team of Rotary Tumkur. I wish you all the best and I thank you for giving me this great opportunity to be here. And, and anytime, friends, we are always there to support you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. That was really a very sweet gesture to send us a message on your behalf. Now, I would like to request the Secretary of Rotary Tumkur, Rotarian Janardhan GN sir, for a vote of thanks for the inaugural session.
Check the video. Gratitude is one of the least articulate of the emotions, especially when it is deep. We have reached the end of the beautiful inaugural function. Today, I, Rotarian Janardhan GN, take the opportunity to put my gratitude into words. Firstly, I would like to thank Rotarian BL Nagendra Prasad, District Governor, District 3190, for his encouragement and support for this beautiful event. And I would like to thank Rotarian Sudarshan BK, District Ryla Chair, for his support, guidance, and the successful program. Thank you. Next, I would like to thank Rotarian Krishna B, DYSD, District 3190, for his support and encouragement for this session. I would like to thank Rotarian Umesh MS, who is Sankalpa 2020 Chair, for his support, encouragement, and everything. And I would like to thank our speakers, Ms. Meghana Hanumesh from Unique Consultants. Thank you for accepting our request and you are the part of our session. Thank you. I would like to thank Rotarian Dr. Shobha Ji, who is President of Rotary Bangalore Platinum City, and she is a speaker for the session. She accepted our request and she is the part of our program. Thank you, madam. And I would like to thank Rotarian Mohan Kumar sir for his support and guidance, and he accepted our request to make a session. Thank you, Mohan sir. And I would like to thank our complete program tech head, Rotarian Rajshekhar N, who is the backbone and the complete event holder of this day, Rotarian Rajshekhar N. Thank you, sir. I would like to thank our Skyrocker President, Rotarian Mahesh GN, for his energetic and enthusiastic creative work for this event. For his support and guidance, we made this successful. And I would like to thank all the presidents, all the past presidents, all board of directors of 3190, all district officers, and all Rotarians, Rotractors, and interactors, and all the participants from all over India and other countries, and all the teachers, all the headmasters and principals, and all the guests who are here. And I would like to thank everyone for this great success. And I would like to thank our MC Sushruta Bharadwaj for her beautiful anchoring. Thank you. Thanks to all.
Thanks to you also, sir, on behalf of Ryla, Rotary Tumkur, District 3190. Participants, please do not grow impatient. We have come to the end of our inaugural session. There's a saying, a good start is half done. Now that we have inaugurated our mega event on a successful note, let's move on to hearing some quality advice from our main speakers for the day. As the international theme for Rotary this year reads, Open for Opportunities. Yes, yet again, here they are providing great support to the 10th standard students, even at a hard time like COVID-19. Before we begin with our sessions, I have some general instructions for the participants. Please do listen to me carefully. I request all of you to have a pen and paper alongside so that you can take down notes of the sessions, and also in case you have any queries or questions, note them down or put them in the chat box so that we can address them. And then do not unmute yourself at any cost. Let the audio be muted, but turn on your videos. I repeat, turn on your videos so that we can know you are listening to us with utmost concentration. So please, I request all the participants to turn your videos on. Now, hoping that you all have a pen and paper alongside, let me take the privilege to request Annette Dundubi Rajshekar to introduce us all to the first speaker for the day. Over to you, Dundubi.
Good morning, everyone who have assembled here. I am Dundubiraj, studying in 5th grade Sri Chaitanya Techno School. You know, I'm a certified Android iOS app developer by Whitehead Junior. My hobby is to solve Rubik's Cubes. I have almost solved 16 plus different varieties of Rubik's Cubes like Ghost Cube, Mega Mix, Master of X, 3x3, 4x4, and many more. Today, it's my immense pleasure for having been asked for this memorable occasion in my life. Many thanks for that. Now, I'm going to take this opportunity to introduce a young, energetic, dynamic, and inspiration and a motivational speaker who is none other than Ms. Meghana Hanumesh. She has graduated in Commerce Diploma in Finance and Accounts, Basics of Business, and Post-Graduation Diploma in Management, Post-Graduation Diploma in Human Resource, and Management of Business Administration, MBA. During her education, she took part in many literacy and cultural activities with many laurels to her credit. She was passionate in conducting training programs for students in educational institutions. She was groomed as a powerful trainer in the tutelage of the renowned trainer and managing consultant, Mr. V. Ashwatharamaya, head of Mrs. Unique Consultant. You know where Ms. Meghana Hanumesh has taken her training? She has taken her training in an organization which has given training programs for more than 4 lakh employees in over 400 organizations and students in schools or colleges. Her training programs are very impactful, practical, interactive, and with a number of training techniques like case studies, role plays, games, videos, activities, etc. Ms. Meghana Hanumesh has given training programs for the students of BMS College of Engineering, Acharya and BM Reddy College of Pharmacy, RNS PU College, Baldwin's Women's Methodist College, Dr. Ambedkar Institute of Technology, Canara Bank Institute of Technology, and many more. She has enacted in several YouTube videos of Mrs. Unique Consultants, Bangalore. What I told about Ms. Meghana Hanumesh was only 5%. Still 95% is left. You can hear from her only. Thank you.
Thank you, Dundubi. Now, I would like to hand over the first session to our very famous consultant and trainer, Ms. Meghana Hanumesh. The floor is all yours, ma'am.
Thank you, Shrushruta, and thank you, Dundubi, for the wonderful introduction. And good morning, everyone. I'm Meghana Hanumesh. And as Dundubi told, I am the speaker for the next 30 minutes. So all of us as students, we want one thing in life, that is success. So we put in all our efforts, hard work, dedication, and we write our exams. Yet to be successful in life, to achieve something. Success doesn't mean in a particular field, in a lot of things. Be it to achieve something as you want to be an engineer, a doctor, goal can be anything, but the end result is success for which we work for. We put in, many a times we put in a lot of effort, we study, we work hard, but yet the result which the world needs is what we score in our examination. At the end, what we score in the exam is what matters for the outside world. So facing examination is one of the very important thing. Many of us work hard, write exams, but even then we can't score what we expected. Why there is a small thing called fear in us. It happens with most of us. But even though we've, many a times we would have studied day and night, we would have put 100% effort, we want to do a lot of things, but yet when we see the results, we're not satisfied. Why? Whenever we go to the exam, whenever we sit in front of the exam, there's one fear which always brings us, the word exam. But what does fear actually mean? The full form of fear is nothing but false evidence appearing real. There is something which does not exist, which scares us. Mentally, all of us as students are scared of that word called fear, exam. When someone says, oh, I have exams next week, we are so scared. We are already like, oh, damn, exams. Oh, I have exams next week. But
Sorry to
exam,
disturb you. Ma'am,
oh,
sorry
yeah,
to disturb you. Do you have
sure.
any, have you shared your screen?
Not yet. I haven't shared my
Not
screen
yet.
yet.
Okay, okay, fine. Thanks, ma'am. Carry on.
So, yeah, coming back to the exam fear, as a student, if I have to talk about myself, until I knew how to prepare myself for exam, how to face exams confidently, there is always this fear. Tomorrow I have exam. The previous night, either I study the whole night and I forget everything in the examination, or I'm like, okay, let it go, whatever happens. I am either way scared, one to write the exam or one to face the exam. So the first thing which I want to tell all your students, which I implemented in my own life, is not to believe something which does not exist. Many a times, 99 of our fears, if we have 100 fears, the 99 of them are not true. We don't know if that is gonna exist or no. We are always scared about something which has not yet happened. Why are we scared about something which has not yet happened? The only thing I would suggest you to be prepared, put in efforts, work hard, and it's 3 months, 4 months downline for the examination. And what happens? Okay, I just want to give you an example. Imagine we don't eat for 4 days. I don't eat for 4 days. And on the fourth day, can I eat all the 4 days put together? Not happening. I don't sleep for 7 days. On the seventh day, I try sleeping the whole day. Not happening. Similarly, if I don't study for 10 months and if I try studying for the last 2 months, do you think it's going to happen? Definitely not. Every day there should be practice, there should be effort, there should be hard work. I never suggest students to only study. Study only makes us a dull boy out to the outside world. Study is also needed, play is also needed, knowing a lot of general knowledge stuffs are also needed. But studies are very important until a certain age of our life, because at the end what matters is what we've scored in our marks card. 50 years, 60 years back, the percentage didn't matter much. What the outside world we know mattered a lot. But today, you need GK, you need a lot of effort, you need a lot of, score in the marks in the examination, your percentage. Say, for example, we go to a college college for admission. You are good, you tell, I'm a very good student, I work really hard, I put in efforts. But at the end, the principal will ask for only one thing: show me your marks card. At the end, all that matters to an extent is what we've scored in an examination. But I'm not scaring you again, taking out the topic on examination. I just want to give you few little guidances on how to face examinations confidently. The first one I would like to tell is stress level. Please remove that fear which is causing you to. Okay, there's a question, ma'am. Is it possible to sit continuously for hours to study? Okay, let me come there. But the first thing is stress level. First, remove that fear of telling exams is scaring me. Just say it's a test for me. It's not a war we are waging. Many tell, oh, examination is a war, man, I'll face it. No, it's not a war. It's a test of how well you're doing in life, how well you've studied, how well you've scored. So please take that fear out of your head. For that, I'm here to give you guidance. And as someone asked, no, I never suggest students to sit continuously for 5-6 hours and study. That is definitely not gonna happen. I used to plan, and many of us plan studying like this. okay, from 9 to 2 o'clock, I'm going to study, then I'm going to have lunch, then again sit and study. That's not how it's going to happen. You study for 60 minutes, take a break of 10 minutes, just take a walk around the house or just sit and relax. But please avoid televisions, mobile phones while you're studying, because that again distracts. Many times during my college, it has happened to me also. I'll think, okay, let me study for 1 hour, then I'll take a 10 minutes break. I take my phone, 1 hour goes off, 2 hour goes off, because you don't have conscious on the time which is passing by. It has happened to all of us. So whenever you take a break, take a short break of 10 minutes, just go around or listen to some nice music or meditate, just go outside. But please don't touch your any technology, be it phone or TV or anything, for at least the duration you study. And one more important thing which we did or I have done earlier is I used to plan my schedule accordingly to the time. From 9 to 9:45 mathematics, 10 o'clock to 10:45 science, after that geometry. I used to plan time wise, but definitely that is not going to happen. Plan it portions wise. Say today I will study 2 chapters of physics. I will study, I'll practice 1 chapter of mathematics. That is definitely going to work, because you know what to study. You have not put it in the time frame. Say what happens if you put it in time frame. Say you will study, you'll think, okay, 2 chapters I'll try finishing in 45 minutes. So you have 45 minutes. First chapter you took 30 minutes. You have another 15 minutes left. How will you study the second chapter? So you start rushing up. You'll be like, skip chapters. Okay, this para is easy. I'll see it later. At the end, we would have definitely not completed all the 2 chapters which we wanted to study. Secondly, we will be scared. Okay, I couldn't do it. Will I be able to do? We will not have a track of time. So never plan a subject time-wise. Plan your day or your studies based on the topics which you want to study that day. Even today, though I'm working, I have my own chart which I maintain. I write down what I have to study or what I have to do. Say I have training programs in the morning. I keep prepared. I write down what are my tasks. I write down, and what am I supposed to eat. I write down what are the workouts I have to do. I write down what are the new things I have to learn. Should I read a novel? I write it down. Should I read something educative? I write it down. So I have a task of what I have to do, but I never write time there, because each person takes different ways of time to study. And there's one more question. How many hours we should read in a day, ma'am? It depends. When when your exam is very close by, you'll have to put in a lot of efforts. And reading doesn't only mean just hold the book and start reading. The less you read and the more you write, the more confident you become. So start writing. Writing plays a very vital role. Start writing whatever you study. 100 times reading equals 1 time writing is definitely true, has worked miracles with me. And you cannot study few subjects. You have to practice them. Say physics, chemistry, mathematics have to be practiced to learn the formulas. Similarly, all the other subjects have also to be practiced, written down, so that you can remember it very well. As a student, once you start practicing, once you start writing, you will be ready, you will be confident, you know how much time you take to write a particular problem, solve a particular problem, or write a particular answer. So study a chapter, practice all the important questions, practice all the headings. Many a times we can even save time by learning the headings. All of us are into the subject, we would have heard it 1,000 times. What happens is they give us a 15 marks question. We write the answer, we write the starting para of it, introduction para. Then what we do, we have subtopics to explain. We remember 2 subtopics and we forgot the third subtopic. Why? Because we would have read it, just glanced it, but we've never practiced. Make a flow chart. Just take a sheet of paper. For example, let me show you a slide regarding the same. Okay. Before I show it, let me explain what it is to you exactly. just take a sheet of paper. Say, I want to talk about traffic problem in Bangalore. The main heading will be traffic problem in Bangalore. Then I add subheadings, the ways to control traffic problem. 1, carpooling. 2, taking public transport. 3, minimum number of cars to be supplied to a company. 4, a different thing. 5, a different thing. Like this, when I make multiple charts only with the subheading, I will remember it more clearly. Inside thing, I can easily explain. Say I want to talk about carpooling. I can write all the students going through the same area can take one public transport. Flyovers can be built to reduce traffic. I can fill in the part, but the main point is for me to practice the subheadings. So let's concentrate on writing the subheading. And you have to read, understand whatever you study. You shouldn't study with the fear of exams. Oh, I have fear, or exams are coming, I have to study. No, we have to study to understand what we are reading. How is it going to help me in future? Oh, 10th, if I finish off 10th, I anyways don't like mathematics. After 10th, I'm going to take commerce. So if I finish off mathematics now, I'm not going to do it later. No, that is not how you study. You should know the use of mathematics. You should know the use of science. You should understand what it is, and then study. That will help you learn the subject. We watch movies, we watch cartoons. Why? It is interesting. We want to know what happens with it. Similarly, exams or studies are only if you understand goes inside the head. If am I right or no? You can reply it in the chat box telling yes or no. And one more thing is, don't mix subjects. Don't make a pulav of all the subjects while you're studying. Dedicate certain times. What happens is, I have seen students do it. Maybe when I was young, I did it too. First half an hour, I'll study mathematics. I'm kind of bored. I leave that in the middle. I go to science. Then after 20 minutes, I'm bored with that also. I go to social science. I'm bored with all this. I go to English. Everything becomes like a mixture. But finish a particular subject which you have taught. For example, you want to study science, first 2 chapters of science. Finish that and then go to another subject. Plan your diary and follow it, but don't break one subject and then go to the other subject. Break that subject and go to other subject, because at the end everything will be confused, and you sit and understand what you've studied. There will be a lot of things gambled in our mind. And sleep well, very important. Sleep is very, very important, because I've seen many students, never sleep during night. Tomorrow they have mathematics exams. The whole night till 2, 3, they would be practicing. Next day, 8:30, they have exam. When we go sit in the examination hall, we should be fresh. We become fresh only if we get abundant amount of sleep. So please get at least 8 to 9 hours of sleep before we take any exam. So previously, pack everything, be prepared for the subject, and get adequate sleep every day, not only before exam, but during the preparation for exams, be it the 1 month or 2 month, or every day. It's always good to have a nice sleeping time, and always have a proper sleeping time. Say if you sleep at 10, try sleeping every day before 10 or at 10. Don't change it. One day I'll sleep at 10, one day I'll sleep at 12, one day I'll sleep at 11. Never change the timings, because sleep is very, very, very important, because it helps you concentrate. It makes your mind peaceful, and you can concentrate more while writing the exam, while practicing. There is one more question. How our teacher says to take 10 minutes break. Okay, the same thing I told you. Teachers take 10 minutes break after studying for 1 hour. Yeah, that 10 minutes break shouldn't be a distraction, and will not be a distraction if you don't touch any of your social media or any gadgets. All you have to do is take a 10 minutes break, just sit, relax, don't think of anything, or just take a walk around the house, and make sure you come back in 10 minutes. But what happens, why we generally get distracted? 10 minutes break, we take our phone, we start seeing Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and we don't know 1 hour has passed by. So this is the general strategy which You shouldn't adopt when you take a break. Just take a walk, just go around, just leave the books and just close your eyes for 10 minutes and relax. Whatever 5 hours or 4 hours you put into studies, give it completely. Do your duty of that 10 minutes. Writing is more how to manage time. You need not write the whole textbook. Say, today I have to talk to you about certain topics. What I do, if I have to write down whatever I'm telling, it will take 50 pages minimum. What I do, I cut short into each line. Say one word. For example, if I have to talk to you about sleep, I just write down sleep. So write down the important topics which you have to talk about, not the whole thing. Like if you're talking about say science pay, which chapter? Okay, you're talking about a plant cell. Write down the important plant cell which are important, not the whole chapter, whole textbook. And many a times there is one question here also. When I'm studying, there is this subject which is boring. For example, okay, if I have to give an example of me, for me, mathematics were always a boring, not a boring, but a scariest subject. I always got scared when I see a math textbook in front of me. I see the problems, I'm like, okay, I'm going to faint, this is not going to happen. But how to gain interest is to understand the subject. Until 7th standard was my scariest subject. Even date, it is a little confusing, but how I gained interest is by practicing, understanding where I use geometry in life, where I use arithmetic in life, and where is algebra gonna play a major role in life. So that's how, when you gain an interest on the subject, you tend to, get in. When you try to do some detailing in the subject, you get interest. Once you get interest, you put in more efforts. A very important question. How can we get interest in online classes? Online classes, I have seen what students do, kids in my apartment. Turn off the audio, turn off the video, just sit and relax. It happens, why? Because there is no one next to you. It's not that classroom atmosphere. But if we have the desire, this is the only answer I would tell. If we have the desire to do something good in life, if I have to score good marks in examination, be it online, be it offline, I will put in my efforts. I will listen to it. It is difficult. Yes, I understand, to stare at, screen for so long, for 4 hours, 5 hours continuously in front of screen. It's difficult. But do we have an option? It's a different pandemic time all of us are going through. So if you are not able to put in your 100% effort in attending the classes, how will you score good marks in examination? Teachers are putting their 100% effort to do good and help you out. You should also put in 100% or maximum 200% at this pandemic time to concentrate more on students. And please post your questions to the last. All your questions will be answered in the last. Let me give you a few more tips on how to face exams. Let me display you a few slides. Someone asked me, what do I do during the 10 minutes break I get? Firstly, relax, observe all your body organs, which will help you to a great extent. Close your eyes, imagine your brain, how it functions, your heart, how it functions, your kidney, stomach, just all the organs from your head to your toe. For 5 minutes, you feel fresh. You tighten them, loosen them is one of the technique where your mind becomes calm and nice. Do breathing exercise, pranayama, meditation. At this age, things might look, oh, what is she talking about? Meditation, it seems, but they play a major role in concentration. When you close your eyes for 5 minutes, imagine there is rain, there's too much rain. Okay, rain is like pouring, but you want to collect it. Unless you hold a bowl in your hand, or there is a dam or a reservoir, the rain which comes goes off, is of no use. Unless there is a dam or a reservoir, whatever rain you get is of no use. Similarly, how much ever you read, if you can't concentrate, if you can't bring your mind onto one particular subject, there is no point in reading. For this, all your breathing exercises play a major role. Do nothing, close your eyes, just concentrate on your inhalation and exhalation. For 10 minutes, you feel better, you feel relaxed. Or imagine a visual scene, a nice, beautiful place which you like. For example, if I am scared or if I am, tensed about something, I tend to think about a peaceful lake or something which cools my mind. And recall melodious music. All of us like music. So, think of a nice music in sense, not all those dancing beats and all. During examination, you can't think of dancing beats. So think of a nice melodious music, or recall good things in life. For example, you got a good mark in one particular subject. Think of it. Think of your mom praising you. Oh, you're a very good, intelligent son. Think of that. Think of good things when you're tensed or when you're afraid of something. That will reduce your tense or your anxiety or fear to a great extent. Firstly, as I told you from before, know the importance of studies. Studies is what is going to give us future. So know the importance of studies. Why you are studying? What is the point? My parents put me into school, I will study. That is not how it's gonna work. Studies are important to me. If I study today, I will be successful tomorrow. Be it any field you want. Be it any field you want. Just study. If you study today, if you want to be an engineer tomorrow, today you might tell me, ma'am, I have to be an engineer. Why should I study social? Why should I study language today? It is important to know that you have to study. You will know why social is important. In social, you study. If you want to be a civil engineer, you would have studied about those people who've built dam 200 years back. Even that is history, that is science, everything is interrelated. That's why every subject is important till you finish your 10th grade. So know the importance of studies, how beneficial it is to you. If you want to be successful, you want to look after your parents, you want to travel worldwide, you want to not be fooled from the public, you need not, you need to stay away from bad people, you need to make good friends. All that you need is moral values and studies. Educated, well-educated person can never be fooled. So study plays a major role. And do not study only to remember and write answers in exam, but to understand the subject. Okay, I will by heart social science. I don't want to know about history. I'll just by heart. Won't work. What if they twist the question and give? We will not be able to answer. So understand the subject. Please note this down. Very important. Understand what you're reading. Read it like a story, which will help you. And few subjects have to be read loudly, few subjects have to be read silently. Which are those? Say in English, you have a English subject has a story. Story has a continuation. So you can read it in mind, you can read it silently. But if you're reading, say, biology, chemistry, it is not a story. It won't be that interesting. So you will have to read it out loud. Where there is continuation, where there is a story, read it in your mind, doesn't matter. But where there is no continuation in science or biology, history, civics are not in a form of story, where you definitely read it loud. So those, read it loud. When you have a little time, when you're done studying, when you're done relaxing, when you have some free time, you're doing nothing, think about what you studied the whole day. Okay, today I studied about chemistry. Okay, what are those important points I studied? Just recall so that you will know where you're standing, where you have to put in more efforts. Say you finished 4 chapters of chemistry today. Think about them. Okay, 3rd chapter, I'm still a little confused. Let me study that tomorrow. So that keeps us, to know where we stand today, what we have studied, where we are lacking. Study outdoors if you have a terrace or if you have a balcony or something. Once in a while, like for 10-15 minutes or 1 hour, study outdoors, because there is too much supply of oxygen. And when there is too much supply of oxygen, which is very good for our concentration, we can concentrate a lot. So that's why, in olden days, schools used to be on the outside in the grounds, and they used to call it Gurukula, sit down a tree and study. That's the reason, because there is enormous supply of oxygen, which is very important. And secondly, do joint studies, but selectively. I know what happens in joint studies: less studying, more talking. So if you have like-minded people with whom you can really study, do joint studies once in a while, which is important. Attend classes. I know online classes might be tiring, might be sometimes a little troubling, but attend classes without missing them. One, to get marks, get knowledge. Second, you meet a lot of friends. You know what they're studying, what they're not studying, where everyone stands. You'll be motivated to study. If I sit alone and study, I would be bored if I'm studying continuously for days and days. But when I'm with a group of people, when I'm in the class, online class also, there are 30, 40 people, everyone are there. The more you attend, the more confident you become to study. So please, attend classes, never miss them. That is also the reason why they tell you should have minimum % of attendance so the student can concentrate. So never miss your classes. With all this, I just want to tell a few things, because for us, for me, and I guess for all of you, teacher plays a very, very important role in our life. So what exactly is a teacher? Why we should give her so much importance? I would explain her about it in an interesting way. If you have to know about your teacher, just see your thumb. Thumb is the most accessible. If I have to touch my all the other fingers, all I do is touch them like this. I can reach it. So as a teacher is accessible to all the students. Anytime you need, a teacher has to be accessible. Secondly, thumb denotes victory. Gautam already showed me thumbs up telling what I told was right. So whenever we say something is good, we show thumbs up like this. So thumb denotes victory. So teacher should make the student successful in exams and in life. Without thumb, we cannot do many activities. Yeah, without thumb, can you imagine writing? Can you imagine putting a signature? For many important things, we need thumb. So teacher should be that important, inevitable. We can't live without teacher. All of you agree. When from childhood, we always have that one teacher who has inspired us. So teachers are that inevitable part of students' life. Fingerprint. Though we sign, they even take our fingerprints, because each person has an individual fingerprint. Similarly, teacher should be the ultimate authority on the subject. She should have that authority on the subject. She knows it. So just like fingerprint, how important fingerprint is, teacher is that important. This to denote success. When you say super, you hold your hand like this, where you need thumb. So teacher should be, teacher's teaching should be excellent, great, and perfect. And thumb is more flexible, you can bend it. You can't bend other fingers like that, it'll break. But thumb, to an extent, you can bend it the way you want. Similarly, teacher should be flexible, and thumb doesn't do all the work, but it helps it do, like a leader. For example, if I have to lift a table, I use other fingers, but the thumb supports me. Similarly, teachers should support us. Teachers should not spoon feed. They can't, see, you can't expect teachers to, child, you sit, I will only make notes for you. I will tell you what all answers you will get, you study. That won't happen. They will help you to the maximum possible. They will guide you. You have to take their guidance and grow. To hit someone, to do a punch, you need thumb, but it will not be visible, it will be hidden. Similarly, tomorrow you have to achieve, if you achieve some great things in life, teacher would have played a major role, but she becomes invisible, he or she becomes invisible, but without them we can't get the success. So teacher plays that important role in our life. So respect teachers, and I'm always respectful to all the teachers whom I have studied with, and they're my inspiration, they're my motivation. And the good you talk about teachers, the more successful you become. And ask doubts. Coming back to the topic, ask doubts. Never keep any doubt, any sort of doubt in your mind, which will not help you. The more you clear, the more confident you will become. And one last thing, a little technical, but very important, not now, for the future. How exams can affect through your brain, through your thinking. We have two parts of our brain. right side and left side. Left side does all the logical thinking. Whatever we study goes here. All our emotions are here. So what happens when I'm extremely scared, when I can't concentrate? Let me explain you with a small slide before I close the session. So left side and right side. Brain is usually divided into left and right side part of our brain. What does left side do? Left side does all the study part, concepts of learning, steps of learning, equations, theorems of geometry, formula of algebra, steps in arithmetic, history, dates, events, periodic tables in chemistry, scientific names in biology, grammar. All this you're prepared. But what happens in right side? Because you have that fear of exam, anxiety, restlessness, sensitivity of parents' pressure, fear of getting less marks. Oh, what if she gets more marks? What if I get less marks? Peer pressure. Oh, my friend is good in mathematics. What if I don't get good marks like her or him? Inferiority complex. Nightmare of few subjects. Confusion, lack of confidence. When so much is affecting on the right side, what will happen to the left side? That stops working in exams. So please don't get scared. There is nothing to get scared about. It is just an examination. It is just a test of how good you're doing in life. If you've studied so good, if you've worked your 100%, there is no need to be scared. Do you agree with me? And please concentrate all the while you're studying. Don't get distracted. Okay, there is some nice music I'm hearing outside on the TV. I'll leave this, I'll go come and study later. Won't happen. 5 hours of dedication to studying, 5 hours. Come what may, I will do it. I'll study 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the afternoon, 1 hour in the night. It's okay. But whatever 5 hours I have decided, I will study. Whatever happens, I am gonna do it. This should be our ultimate thing in our mind. And as a student, one thing I want to tell all of us should be a mountain of energy, fountain of strength, and volcano of enthusiasm. That gives us success. Be confident from within. Put in your efforts. What are we students for? Let's enjoy life. That comes next. But when exams are near, study so that you can enjoy later. You know LIFE, right? What is life? What is the spelling of life? LIFE. The first word in life is L. What does L mean? Learn. And last word in the life is E. If you learn now, you enjoy later. But if you enjoy now, you'll have to suffer later. So I never tell students not to, enjoy or not to go out, but there should be a ratio. Life is all about three things: tighter side, lighter side, and brighter side. Tighter side is the studies, facing exams, getting good marks. Brighter side is improving ourselves, learning new things, reading other books other than our school books, educative books, being, getting into a hobby. You like dancing, learning dancing, singing. All these are the brighter side. And the last one is the lighter side, where you have fun, go watch movies, spend time with family, laugh, make fun. But there should be a proportion. Tighter side should be your 60% or 50%, 30% should be brighter side, and the last 20 should be lighter side. If lighter side increases, all that we become is a joker. If your tighter side increases, we become it becomes like a military life. It becomes boring. Brighter side, we know a lot of things, but we are not doing good in exams. So as a student, please focus on the tighter side of your life, but don't leave away brighter side and lighter side. They're very important. Saying this, studies alone will not help. A lot of general knowledge, a lot of other things will help you. So put in your 100% effort. And if you have any doubts or questions, you can reach out to me anytime. These are my details. Reach out to me anytime you want. I'm there to help you. But all that, I thank Rotary for this wonderful opportunity. They've done this for students. Not all students. When we were students, we never got this opportunity. Saying thank you to Rotary. Be inspired, stay motivated, study hard, get good score, and I would like all of to see you all of you in good positions, great positions, and we'll all be proud of you. Saying this, thank you so much.
Quickly welcome.
Thank you, ma'am. That was an exceptionally informative session. Also, participants can take a screenshot of the info that she provided if you at any time need to reach out to her. Starting from doing a to-do list to flowchart method to a role of a teacher, it was pleasure listening to you, ma'am. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude on behalf of Ryla, Rotary Tumkur of District 3190. Also,
Thank you, Sushrita.
Thank you. Also, we missed a special invitee during the inaugural function. Now he's there with us. So I would like to call upon the Youth Service Director of District 3190, Rotarian Krishna B. Marianka, sir, to address us. Over to you, sir.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. Just give me a minute. Yeah, so I was there, of course, in at the first part of the meeting, and I'm so happy to be here. My dear children, I think being in tracks, being Rotracks, and young Rotary youth leaders is a privilege by itself. I just saw our district governor, Nagendra Prasad, speaking, and I feel that what is most important is to understand what this whole Rotary Youth Leadership Award leadership program is all about. Children, please understand that this is coordinated by Rotary clubs around the globe. Each year, thousands of young people participate in this program in different geographies. This program today, last night when my dear friend Shashidhar Ramalingappa and President Mahesh called me to update me that there have been a huge registration that has happened. I was so happy to hear this. Young people aged between 13 to 30 approximately are sponsored by Rotary clubs to attend this event run by club district committees across the world. Participants are chosen for their leadership potential. So if you are participating in this program today because that you have a leadership potential already, Rotary only enhances it through various Ryla workshops. Rotary clubs and Rotary district cover all expenses for the participants. Sometimes particularly when you're doing outdoor programs and things like that, then you will have to probably bear a little bit of these expenses. But otherwise, these workshops right now to you are coming free of cost to you. So I only want to tell you that the format from each event varies from district to district, but commonly take the form of a seminar, a camp, or a workshop to discuss leadership skills and to learn these skills through practice. I heard Meghna Hanumesh, my dear friend Ashwath Ramaya's support and young, blooming leaders speaking about studies is not everything. She's absolutely right about this. Have a good mix of studies, science, maths, social studies, a lot of sports. Don't forget about sports, adventure activities, outdoor activities. Mix it up well, then make it successful through fun learning. And I see that Rotary clubs and districts, these select participants from time to time. And I don't know if any of you remember, these Ryla programs actually started way back in 1971. This particularly aims to demonstrate Rotary's respect and concern for the youth. When I say youth, it also means the young children like you. These Ryla programs provide effective training experience for selected youth and potential leaders. These Ryla programs also encourage leadership of youth by youth themselves. So if you see Meghna, she's also young and she's a youth by herself. So there are so many leadership program that goes on. These Ryla programs recognize publicly young people who are rendering service to communities. So if you're in schools, if you are wanting to serve the society, serve this community, Ryla workshops really enable you. They build up all the fundamentals of leadership, the ethics of positive leadership, importance of communication skills in effective leadership. Children, problem solving, conflict management, all these problems, all these conflicts come to you at home sometimes with your friends, sometimes at school, sometimes at the place that you work, or you go out to participate in the workshop. The Rotary's purpose of Ryla and service to community is at the core of everything. And I want you to understand that building self-confidence, self-esteem is extremely important. Really don't bother about the marks that you score in your subject. That's not everything. It's important, as Meghna said, it's important, but it's not everything. So don't lose heart when you score a little bit, but give your best. Put your best efforts in your studies at school. Give your best exam shot, and that's where it should end, because it's not everything in terms of your development. There are so many elements of community and global citizenship. I want you to focus on today's Ryla workshop. I'm happy to be here as the district youth service director for 3190, and I already feel that you guys have let me see, and I think there are so many people who are involved in this, and I would like to particularly congratulate President Mahesh for having been involved in this particular program. I see that there was a very good, invocation done, and also, of course, followed by, I think, Sudarshan, our district Ryla chair. My dear friend BK Sudarshan has been there coordinating all these efforts, and I see Rajshekhar Rotary Tumkur, who's been very instrumental in kind of putting these things together. My dear friend. Also, I see Janardhan Jian is involved in this, and our, of course, my dear friend Rotarian MS Umesh, who's been Sankalp chair. I think all of them have put these things together. An excellent program today. I'll fail in my duty if I don't thank Meghna Anumesh, Dr. Shobha, who's an excellent speaker on health and wellness. Please pay attention to her just after this. She is going to address you. And I think, of course, I don't have to say anything. Our very well trained Shashidhar Ramalingappa, who's going to handle the session third from 11:30 approximately onwards. And then, of course, our dear expert Rotarian Mohan Kumar is there, who's going to handle the session 4 on communication skills. Is extremely important for you guys. Read a lot, write a lot, watch a lot, and then that's when you really can develop your studies. And I think with that, I would like to congratulate everyone for putting up this excellent. I can see more than 400 participants participating in and out. Stay put for the next couple of hours, learn everything, ask questions at the end of the day, and also make sure that you take away something better. And I wish all the Tumkur Rotary for putting this together, Sankalp 2020, in such a short span of time, but an excellent online program. Thank you very much, and all the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Tell them not to disturb.
Okay, so participants, please do not flood the chat box with your messages. Only if the questions are relevant, then only put them into the chat box, or else it will be a disturbance to all the other students listening to it. So please do put only the relevant ones in the chat box. Thank you so much. Now, moving on, I request Annette Ranjan Nagaraj to introduce us to the second speaker for the day. Over to you, Ranjan.
Hello. Good morning, everyone. I'm Ranjan Nagraj. Today, I would like to introduce Rotarian Dr. Shobha Ji. She is an educator, counselor, wellness and life skills coach, currently working as associate professor in the Department of Human Development in Srimati VHT College of Home Science in Bengaluru. Dr. Shobha Ji is a gold medalist in MSc from Bengaluru University. She has done her doctoral research in human development on topic traditional versus progressive approaches in school education. She has 27 years of teaching experience both at undergraduate and postgraduate level, and has guided several postgraduate students on various research topics. Dr. Shobha is proud recipient of prestigious awards like Jawaharlal Nehru Memorial Award, Shiksha Ratan Puraskar from IIFC New Delhi, and many more for her communal service rendered. She's a regular columnist in newspapers like Vijay Karnataka and Prajavani, and given programs on televisions like Doordarshana, TV9, and other channels on parenting, education, health and fitness, etc. With a strong belief in preventive approach rather than curative approach, Dr. Shobha is involved in promoting health, education, and mental health, giving more than 400 invited lectures and programs. She has conducted several workshops at various organizations and forums for faculties of various schools and colleges, for students, and even for state and central government organizations and public sector. She is an advisory member to various preschools and NGOs. Presently, during the COVID-19 lockdown times, Dr. Shobha is involved online, conducting several awareness programs on immunity building foods for children, adults, and age, educating parents about psychological implications of COVID on children and age, and many more. So let's hear it from her.
Thank you, Annette Ranjan Nagraj. Who better than a lifestyle and wellness coach to address regarding creative thinking and problem solving, right? Yes. I would love to ask Rotarian Dr. Shobha G. ma'am to take over the second session. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Sankalpa. Thank you, Ranjan, for that wonderful introduction. And first and foremost, a very, very good morning to all the children who have logged in. 300 plus students from all across different parts of the country. Thank you all for logging in, and a big thanks to Rotary Tumkur. I know how the team has been working day and night, and the entire organizing team led by President Mahesh, Secretary Janardhan, and all of you together. Myself being a Rotarian and currently the president of Rotary Bangalore Platinum City, I understand how these Rotarians passionately bring out such programs for you, and especially a program like Ryla, that too during the pandemic for SSLC students. A big round of applause. Let's clap for the entire team of Rotary Tumkur, led by Mahesh sir. You all deserve a round of applause, sir. Very, very well done. I've been watching and I've been part of it from the beginning of this session, and wonderful, wonderful. And to you all, children, wonderful, because with your participation, the kind of questions and interactions that's been happening, and a big round of applause to the previous speaker, Meghna, the young trainer. Very well put, Meghna. That was really, it was a pleasure listening to you. Really good. I bring greetings from Rotarian Nagendra Prasad ji, the district governor. Thanks for his message. Our youth director, Marianka sir, good morning to you, and good morning to each and everyone. Thank you so much for inviting me for this wonderful session. And the next topic, the topic I'm going to talk to you about is creative thinking and problem solving. So, my dear children, what do you think it is? What do you think is creative thinking? We have two distinguished speakers lined up after me. My pronouns to them too. They will be talking about something very important like communication and being prepared. In between myself, between the fear and the communication being prepared, I'm sandwiched. I'm here to talk to you all about creative thinking and problem solving. Children, for the next half an hour, I'm going to be with you, and then you will be engaging with me in an interactive discussion through your chat box. Is that okay? And I want all your fastest fingers first on your chat box, and I want you to be interactive, giving your answers in the chat box. Is that okay? If it is okay, type okay in the chat box. And I have been told by the Ryla team that it's a wonderful batch of creative SSLC students, youngsters, extremely well behaved, extremely curious, very much interested in learning and all that. Okay, so I'm waiting to discuss with all of you. Okay, yes, children. So coming to creative thinking and problem solving, as I told you, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, and I'm going to start with that questions with you. So here, as I go with it, I'm made the co-host, I suppose. Yes. Yes. Is my screen visible to all of you?
Yes, ma'am. It's visible.
Yes. Thank you. So I begin with my thanks to Rotary Tumkur for inviting me. Yes, children, this is the topic of the day, creative thinking and problem solving. Meghna Hanumesh was telling you about fear, how fear can overpower you. ಭಯ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ ಮನಸ್ಸನ್ನ ಕೆಡಿಸ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ, ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿನ ಭಯ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೂ ಬಿಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಓದಿರೋದು ಕೂಡ ಮರ್ತೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. Meghna Hanmesh told you beautifully. This is where creative thinking and problem solving comes. It is not just about the exam fear, but fear can happen or can surface any time in your life. Take, for example, the Corona time itself. 2019, November 19, or today is the day, last year probably, none of us would have even thought of COVID-19 or the fact that all of us could be connecting on an online platform because the classes in the schools are not running. Did we ever think of that? No. Suddenly life changed, everything changed. From March onwards, we are shut indoors, lockdown, schools are not there, online sessions are happening. So many changes happened. So many new things happened. There came a lot of fear for you. Fear about your health, fear about the health of your loved ones, fear about classes. Ayo board exams alli idivappa, SLC nam batch ge agbeka idu. Why for my batch only? Why didn't it happen last year or next year? Why for me? So that kind of fear about your future, so many things come in our life. So when all this is there, whether it is about concern about your exams, concern about your life, concern about your career, whatever it is, what is that one thing that is very much required is creative thinking ability and problem solving ability. Children, whatever I'm going to talk to you in the next few minutes, I request you to kindly apply it to both your exams, SSLC learning, and for your life. So with that, you're going to answer me. So let me ask you these questions. Let your fingers be at the chat box. I will be moving quite fast because a lot of things we have to discuss. So I won't be able to read through all your answers, but I'll just take a few first answers. I begin with this question to you all. There is a question on the screen. A fruit and vegetable trader is 27 years old, 181 centimeter tall, and has 43 school size. Shoe size is 43. What does he weigh? That's your question. Let me see in the chat box your answers. What does he weigh? Yes, please. Let's see who gives me the answers. Yes, yes, your answers. Yes, some of you are giving it to me. Okay, what does he weigh? He says, you have to tell me what does he weigh? 54 or 55, okay. 75 says Chandan, Manoj says 57. All right, all right. Okay, I go on. Yes, what does he weigh? The moment I asked you, you have been giving me the weight, but just read the question. A fruit vegetable trader is 27 years, dash, dash, dash. What does he weigh? I tell you the answer. He weighs fruits. Did I ask you how much does he weigh? Or did I ask you what does he weigh? So the answer, because the weight is nowhere given in the question there. So the answer for that is, what does he weigh? He weighs fruits, children. It's very simple. Let's move on. I'll come back to your answers later. Which substance is represented by the letters HIJKLMNO? Which substance is represented by the letters? Yes, your answers. Alphabet says Kishan. Which substance is represented? Okay, okay, okay. Good, good, very good, good. I'm getting yes. So some of you have given me the answer. Yes, the answer for that was water. HIJKLMNO represents water. So some of you gave me the answer. Yes. I move on again. I'll come back to this. The next question for you. There are 6 eggs in the basket. 6 people take each one of the eggs. 1 egg is left in the basket. How is it possible? 6 people take 1 egg each. 1 egg is left in the basket. Your answers, please, quickly. Yes, there's a question for me. I need the answers from you children. Mhm. How is it? After taking 6x, there were 7. No, no, Gautam, there were not 6x. Oh, one is a vegetarian. What a lovely answer. Okay, okay. No, Apu, 7 was wrong or wrong. One of them. Yeah, okay, okay. I'll come to that. Wonderful. Yes. Just a minute. Yes, yeah. I think I got an answer there. There were 6 eggs, 6 people took, and the last one took the egg and the basket. So 6 eggs, and still one was left because the last person took the egg along with the basket. So whoever gave me the right answer, good. I appreciate the other answers of one was a vegetarian, etc. Because creative thinking is not about the right or the wrong answer. Creative thinking is the ability to generate a lot of answers. I'm going to come back to again that. One more slide and then we go to the actual topic. What do you see in all these products? There are different products on the screen for you. What do you see? Or what is that common thing you see in all these products? Yes, children. Now your answers, and then I'm out on my discussion. What was that common thing in all these products? Technology, says Palak. Okay, technology. Okay, okay. Bhumika says creativity. Lot of answers for technology, lot of answers. They were full of color. Someone says technology is the most favorite answer of the day from all the children. Okay, all right. Thank you. Thanks for your answers. Yes, technology is one of the right answers. Color is also one of the right answers. But look at all these diversified products, something for rest, something for your own upgradation and learning. Here is something to eat. And there you see a robot, which was designed during the COVID when doctors had to maintain social distance and still offer good medical advice and training. So what is that one common link between all these products is the human brain, which was thinking differently, creatively, and brought out these different products, which are so creative, a built-in library along with the seat, a mobile pen stand or a mobile stand with the stand and the camera for that and the mobile stand for that for your online sessions. No touch device so that you can handle, open door knobs, lifts, etc. Especially during COVID, the red one onto my left hand side. Look at all these products. Why did I ask you these series of questions in the form of quiz and all these products? Why is it I'm showing you is for all these questions for where you give me different answers and all these products, there is one thing that is very, very common, and that is creative thinking. If you were able to think differently and answer for that egg question or for the fruit question, or if you were able to look at the different products and tell me why it is different, you are right, children. There was creativity in your thinking. There was creativity in the products, all these products that were designed for different purposes. So what is creative thinking? Creative thinking is the ability to think or understand anything from a new perspective, fresh outlook. ಬೇರೆ ದೃಷ್ಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡೋದು. Didn't you think differently while giving me an answer when you said 7, ma'am? There were then a vegetarian, ma'am. So that was a new thought. So creative thinking is not just about designing a new product. You don't have to be Thomas Alva Edison. You don't have to be a great scientist or a painter to innovate or create. Just a new thought, just a new idea when you solved the puzzle, just a new product when you looked at and you used that product in a different way. All this is creative thinking, to think differently. My dear children, today, in the present day, what you need apart from your academic qualification, your marks, is this creative thinking. That's very, very important. One of the most important skill for the day. apart from IQ is CQ or your creative quotient. So creative thinking and problem solving refers to the use of imagination of and innovation to find new solutions, different solutions. Everybody faces with problems. Meghana was talking to you about the exam related problems. Today we all have online classes, and some of you message, ma'am, how do we create interest or get interested in studies or during online sessions? So that is a problem today. Exam is a problem. COVID is a problem. There may be so many of your relatives or your own parents who have been displaced or lost their jobs. That's a problem. Schools are being closed. That's a problem. Unfortunately, there might be someone who have lost their near and dear ones during COVID. That is a problem. In future also, there can be challenges. I don't use the word problem. I would refer to it as challenges. There may be challenges just like what you're facing right now in the form of COVID. There may be challenges in future also. My dear children, what is it that is required to you apart from your accomplishment, marks and grades is this ability to think differently so that you have a solution for every problem. We really don't know. You're hardly 15, 16 years. The next 30 to 40 years, you will be in your careers. You will be working till you reach 58, 60 or even more. And do we know how the world is going to be in the next 30, 40 years? We never knew in 2019 all this is going to happen. Just come back to the very old, this Ryla program. You think we would have been on Zoom like this? Rotary Tumkur has come out with a wonderful creative problem solving, because all of you 300 plus children are in your different localities, different cities, but you have been creatively brought onto the Zoom platform by the Rotary Tumkur team. Isn't this creative problem solving? If each of you were worried and sitting at home and thinking, madam, how am I going to study? Classes are not happening. Look at the Rotary team, how they have brought a creative solution for this problem. This kind of thinking is very important. Of course, everywhere Zoom classes are happening, webinars are happening. Webinars and Zoom sessions are indeed a fantastic example for creative thinking and problem solving. Look at all your teachers. They were not qualified or they were not trained to conduct online sessions, but they solved this problem in a creative way. Today, lesson plans are being sent to you. WhatsApp messages are sent to you. So isn't this creative problem solving? If you all feel so, if your schools and if your teachers have solved creatively this pandemic problem, especially for the board students, say thanks to your teacher and do one thumbs up for all your teachers and schools who are solving this pandemic problem or handling this problem in a creative way, children. Your teachers and schools really deserve a round of applause. And of course, your parents also. They are also going through a lot of challenges. In spite of it, they are with you. So they all deserve one thumbs up. So creative problem solving is looking at problems in a different way and coming out with a new solution, like what we are doing today, online Ryla, online sessions. And one of the main goals of education is to train a generation of creative and innovative people. Why? Because today, if you've taken 100 on 100 in maths, 100 on 100 on science, it's fantastic. But how efficient you are to face tomorrow's problem, which we don't know what it is. So to face tomorrow's problems, apart from the marks, you also need to have good creative thinking ability. So what is creative thinking ability? Creative thinking is to generate a lot of solutions to one problem. If there is one problem, how many different solutions can I have for that problem? Look at the problem of COVID itself. What are the different solutions? We have come out with SMS, social distancing, mask, and sanitizing. That was a creative way. We have robots, we have drones delivering medicines, we have doctors dressed in PPE kits. Look at that problem and different types of solutions. And then research laboratories are working day in and day out, creatively solving the problem to develop a vaccine. Which means to say that creative thinking is something extremely important, whether in your studies or in your life. So how do we develop creative thinking? What are the steps? How do we go about that? So one way is to clarify, ideate, develop, implement whenever there is a problem. Say, for example, I will take one of your own problems. Ma'am, I read, but I forget, if that is a problem. There are small, big very big problems, not only for students, for every career man, every person, every individual. We have health problems, academic problems, financial, relationship problems. Whatever it is, creative thinking principle can be used by one and all. So therefore, I told you children, the session is not just for 10th standard and for today, it's for your life. So if there is a problem, you have a problem, I have a solution. That should be your attitude. So how do we go about? If you have a problem, think of these 4 steps. Clarify. I have a problem. First and foremost, define what the problem is. The problem is I read, ma'am, but I forget. So if that is a problem, let's use this 4 steps. Let's clarify what the problem is. Why is it coming? Is my problem of lack of memory or I'm unable to remember coming from myself not able to understand the topic? Is social so difficult for me that I don't understand, that's why I forget? Or is it because I'm not concentrating in the class, online or physical sessions? Or is it because I'm too much distracted? Whatever it is, whenever you have a problem, you need to identify, clarify what the problem is, gather a lot of information about that and question. Am I distracted? Am I not interested? What is it? Why is the problem coming from? That's the first step called as clarifying the problem. As I told you, whether it is for your 10th exams, whether it's for your life. Second, ideate or explore new ways. Online session is a problem. It's not interesting if some of you feel. Let's explore new ideas of how we can make online sessions interactive. We can make online sessions interactive by taking up more of hands-on learning, grouping ourselves into small groups, taking small seminars, activities where you can brainstorm and discuss and come back and share. There are many ways. And the third one is to shift from ideas to solutions. Many a times we keep grumbling, we keep complaining, we keep blaming. Instead, can we fix the problem somehow? Can I do something about it? Yes, my batch is, instead of thinking that the 2020 SSLC batch of students are unlucky, unfortunate that they are not able to attend the classes, why don't we think that you are the most luckiest or one of the luckiest batch who have been thrown this new challenge of life and of exams, which none of the students in the history have faced. Nobody else stayed outside the classroom, dear children, and passed their exams. But your batch is going to be that one special batch, which is going to be online and going to face board exams. So can you develop new solutions? If all the scientists, all the doctors, and everybody in the technological world just thought that problem is a problem, the various gadgets which you just saw a while ago wouldn't have been a reality. They saw a problem, they came out with a solution. Similarly, there is a problem of online classes today. Can you come out with solutions? How am I going to make my 2020 board exam something different? Because mine is a batch of a very special batch. I have faced this problem in 2020 of online sessions and uncertainty. To develop that paradigm shift or attitude. Let me see in the chat box. As of now, whatever I'm saying, you feel that, can you work in that way instead of complaining? Can you look at what can be done to creatively solve this problem of online sessions and exams? If you think you can work out different ways, let's see in the chat box, please. Yes, ma'am, we can. Yes, very good. Someone has asked me how to remember, ma'am. I'll come to that. Yes, absolutely, ma'am. You can tell some tips. Surely, definitely. So what we need to do is, can we all develop abilities to look at the problem in a different way? That is something I was trying to tell you. Where is yes. So thanks for your answers there. Yeah, and many of you have asked me, what can be done, ma'am? That's what we are going to talk about in the next few minutes. What can be done? Yes, where is my... Okay, just a minute. Yes. Some technology, yeah. Okay, sorry, there was some kind of a technological error there. Yes, so thank you, children. You say that it's possible that you can look at it in a different way. Yes. So we move on. There was a question, what can be done in order to remember? So this is what I was telling you, to develop ideas or convert it into solution and put them into action. So coming to what can be done. Now that I'm going to take the same example of you have a problem of remembering things. So using creative thinking, how can I remember? So creative thinking is using new ways, different ways to solve a problem. So the problem we have taken is memory. I read and I forget. I'm not able to concentrate. So how do I make my studies interesting so that I remember? So we are using the creative ability to remember facts and figures. So one of those techniques is mnemonics. M is silent there, we pronounce it as mnemonics. So what are mnemonics? Mnemonics are techniques for remembering information that is otherwise quite boring or difficult to remember. Formulae may be difficult to remember. History dates may be difficult to remember. So we use creative ability in a different way. Instead of just rote learning, bypata anta heltaralla, mag madodu. Instead of that kind of rote learning, we use creative ways of remembering things. So those ways are called as mnemonics. One of that is listing all the formula and dates. So if you have a problem remembering the dates and formulae, just list it down. Battle of Plassey, Battle of Panipat, make a list. Make a nice chart out of it using an A4 sheet, color it, put it near your bed or your study table. See to it that every day you're looking at it, because what we study using our different senses, it is called as multi-sensorial approach. Multi means many, sense organs as sensory. Instead of just reading and trying to remember, you have put it in the form of a chart. You have decorated the chart with colors. You have made some figures of battle and etc. etc. So you have added color, emotion there, multi-sensorial ability, so that whatever you try and remember using more than one senses, you remember better, says psychology. So listing it and putting it on the bedside or near your study table and looking at it every day, visual memory. When you look at the chart every day, you kind of remember. So that's another way. Instead of trying to remember the dates only when you open the history textbook, the chart is there, made by you, decorated by you, and it's there to remind you. So that's one of the techniques. Chunking. Chunking is grouping into different groups. Say, for example, Vibgyor, the different colors of the rainbow. They are grouped as VIBGYOR, Vibgyor. This is called as a chunking method. Another creative mnemonic method where you use creativity to remember information. So can you chunk the information? It could be the stages of the life cycle of a butterfly. Can you chunk it in the form of a group so that you remember better instead of just reading and trying to memorize? Yes, I hear that there are a lot of teachers also in this group. So the teachers also, I'm sure, they will be using this method. Instead of just the chalk and the talk method, they might be chunking that information, writing it on the blackboard and teaching you. So another creative way of remembering information is the chunking method. Association, acronym, and mind mapping. I'll show you a little examples for that. Association, acronym. Talking about acronym. What is acronym? Taking the first letter of every word or a phrase and making a word like that. LOL, this is something very commonly you people use, or rather most of us use when we are chatting or in WhatsApp, social media. So LOL is an acronym. Similarly, can we use such kind of creative methods to remember? This is another one called as mind mapping, which Meghana was also talking about. Writing the key information in the center, drawing out balloons or clouds at the sides of it, and trying to remember. Say you have a lesson on Kuvempu, you have written Kuvempu in the center, that's the center cloud, and you draw balloons or clouds around that. Kuppalli Venkatappa Kuttappa, ಅವರ ಕಾವ್ಯನಾಮ ಕುವೆಂಪು, ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು ಎಲ್ಲಿ, ಅವರ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿಗಳು ಯಾರು, ಒಂದೊಂದು ಬಾಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಬಾಕ್ಸ್ ಯು ರೈಟ್, ಶ್ರೀರಾಮಾಯಣ ದರ್ಶನಂ. So you write different words in different boxes there. So one look at the map, the mind map, you have the entire picture of Rashtrakavi Kuempu, his birthplace, the awards, what he is known for, everything. A picture is stronger or more powerful than 1,000 words. So you have converted the textbook information of 2 or 3 pages of physics, maths, or whatever, Kannada, I just gave you the example right now. You've transferred that information to one strong picture of a mind map. And who has done it? Each one of you, you have done it. You have used your different sense organs, you have used colors. You can also make it even more attractive, very creatively draw some design there, draw some maps there, draw some pictures there to make it more interesting. So again, you're converting the verbal, the textual matter into visual memory. You're using creativity there. You had a problem of remembering facts and figures. Now you have a technique. So your attitude should be, give me a problem, I'll tell you a solution. So you have kind of solved the memory technique, memory problem with you using one of the techniques called as mind mapping. So I was talking to you about acronym, acrostics, mind mapping, listing, association, linking method. Another method is called as linking. I haven't put it here, but I can just tell you like that. Linking or association. You want to link it to something. Say you want to remember the, say, capital of Manipur. So what is the capital of Manipur? You keep reading, but I forget. Can you associate? Can I link it to something? Capital of Manipur is Imphal. So let's link it or associate with I am falling. Close your eyes, all of you. Just remember, I am falling into Manipur. Imagine, associate, link that I am falling into something. So Manipur, capital, Imphal. I am falling into Manipur. You have made a picture, you have made a link, you have made an association of that information. This is just one example I just gave you. Like this, you can associate and link different unrelated information. It might sound very funny when I told you I'm falling into Manipur. It might look funny. Yes, please remember, children, that information which is exaggerated, which is funny, which is so interesting, or which is very, very curious, you remember well. You remember a movie which you've seen many years back because there was fun there was adventure there. You associate that with emotions, with color, with fun. Therefore, you still remember a Salman Khan's movie, the dialogue, the clothes he was wearing, etc., because you associated, you linked with anything else. So this is one of the strong method of remembering an information, linking or associating. Make as much of funny, different types of linking and association. That's how your mind remembers, not a straight information. Make it as colorful as possible. So far, is it interesting? Let me see from the chat box. How is the session going? If you're all with me, and if it is really making sense, or if you're taking some tips from my session, let me see a Y or an yes in the chat box. Quickly, I've been told that you're a wonderful batch of students. Yes, ma'am, so fast. Wonderful. Thank you. Thanks to all of you. Yes, thank you. Yes, we go back to the share. Yes, thank you. We are such a wonderful, interactive batch of students. So, coming to other components, like how else we can develop creativity. As the time is short, I may not be able to give all the details related to it. It's a vast topic. Therefore, I will proceed. I've given you one example of problem of remembering facts and figures and how to remember information using creative technology, creative thinking principle. Now I'll just tell you a little more about the different components of creativity so that you can use this principle of creativity and problem solving any time in your life. So what are these 4 components? Fluency, flexibility, originality, and elaboration. Any problem. Today it is about exams. Tomorrow it might be about your future. Later it might be about choosing your course or your career. Should I write my NEET, or do I have to write my CET and go for my engineering? If it is engineering, which branch of engineering? So many such confusions, problems come in your life. Many such challenges come in your life. So whatever is the problem or a challenge, use creative thinking. 4 components, remember: fluency, generate a lot of ideas whenever there is a problem. Be very, very flexible with it. Don't think that this is the right answer. Why not this? Consider other options also. Be original in your ideas and thoughts. and elaborate on what is it. So I will not go to details or depth of this. I will just talk about few other important concepts. One of the ways or tips to improve your creative thinking ability is brainstorming. Whenever there is any problem, sit and brainstorm with your teachers, with your friends, with your parents. It could be, Mama, tell me what are the different ways I can overcome this problem. Your dad will give you one solution, your teacher will give you one solution, you yourself will give 10 solutions. Brainstorm. There is nothing right or wrong. Then out of the 10 solutions, say which one will work best for you. Brainstorming is one of the methods of developing creative ability to solve a problem. It could be to generate the right answer. Get into this habit of 5 F's and 1 H. What are these 5 H's, 5 W's and 1 H? Any problem, ask these questions. Where, why, what? I don't remember facts. I'm not interested in studies. Why am I not interested? Who should get interested? How should I get interested? So why am I not interested? Could be maybe I don't have a goal in life so far. So that's why I'm not interested in studies. Where should I join? Which college should I join? What should I study? When should I study? Whom should I approach if I have a problem, if related to which course? So these are your good friends. Ask these questions. The 5 W's and 1 H should be your good friend. You should ask the right kind of question, my dear students. You should be very curious in asking these questions for your own self. Any problem for that matter, why is this problem happening? Take the example of global warming. Take the example of fossil fuels depleting. Take the example of poverty in our country, or take the example of overpopulation in India today. Ask yourself these questions. Why is it happening? What can be done? Who can? Why I'm asking you to get into this curiosity and this questioning mode, because you are the leaders of tomorrow. You are the ones, the 300 plus students who are with me today are going to be the bureaucrats, the engineers, the technocrats, probably the chief minister, the prime ministers of the country like India. So you need to be asking questions and coming out with answers. So what is it that you could do? Take any example, any question today. As I listed so many questions, take any question. Say, for example, there is water scarcity in my locality tomorrow. What can I do? What are the solutions? So the more and more you ask such questions and you generate a lot of answers using creative thinking, your brain also develops the thinking ability. You mature and learn to solve problems. And this kind of creative thinking ability helps not only in your exams, but in your future. Genius hour. Keep aside an hour or two in your day to take a problem and go in depth, do a Google search, design a product, discuss with people, see to it that you are going to come out with something phenomenal. It could be small or a big, but put yourself into that kind of thinking at least for an hour a day. But instead, what do we generally do? We use the technology. We are into video games. We are using the technology and information and apps designed by some other creative brain. Just imagine if they also were only into social media and not using their genius thinking or not wearing the genius cap, you and me would not have been using the Zoom app today. So somebody was creative. We are using the Zoom app today. Can you become that genius? How do you become? Spend an hour at least thinking on about something, read about something, discuss, visit library, do a Google search so that you also can create. And believe me, children, creative thinking is something which can be developed. It is not that it is sealed, you can develop actually. The next one, what if? Ask this question all the time. What if? What if this happens? What if I get low marks to online sessions? What am I going to do? It shouldn't happen, but what if? What if that I'm not attending the classes? What can I do? Yes, now that you're at home, online sessions happen for only some time. Can you use the remaining part of the day? Because you're not even commuting, you're at the in the comfort of your home, not even traveling every day. So that extra time, what if I join a certificate course? What if I learn some programming? What if I learn a new skill? So can you think like that? That should be the mode of thinking. So if you can, I think I have last few minutes left. So few questions that you need to be asking on a scale of 1 to 10, how creative am I? Ask yourself this question. How creative am I? Do I combine different ideas? Do you change the way of learning and teaching? This is something which you need to. And apart from all that, pay attention to what you already have. Think differently, because anything worthwhile has been done because people were able to think differently. Don't hesitate to take risk. Accept a challenge and get rid of the negative thoughts, negative ways, and think that you are today in this extremely challenging time so that you all can develop your creative thinking ability and come out and emerge as great leaders. That is the intention of Ryla, to make you all great leaders in this coming or in the coming years or for future. Thank you all so much. I will be taking your questions at the end of the session too. If there is anything in the chat box quickly, and if there is time, I shall look at that. Yes, thank you. Thanks for all your appreciations. I am indeed honored. Yes, children.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. All participants were definitely on their toes today. It was a very nerve-taking and also an inspiring session at the same time. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to you on behalf of the team of Ryla, Rotary Tumkur, District 3190. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you. Thanks to all the organizers. Thanks to the wonderful group of children so actively participating and giving me answers. Thank you all so much. And my wishes to the panelists who are going to take over from me. Thank you all once again.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, moving on. Now I request Annette Yashraj Mahesh to introduce all of us to the third speaker for the day. Over to you.
Rotary Tumkur. Good morning. I'm Annette Ashraj from Rotary Tumkur. It's my proud and privilege to introduce Mr. Shashidhar Ramnikappa. He is a documentary film producer by classification, and he was initiated to the world of Rotary in a very young age through Rotaract. He is very passionate about his ideas of service, and he is a pillar of strength for both Rotary and different temples he is associated with. A trainer, entrepreneur, and a full-time Rotarian since 2005 till date. Held positions in Rotary International 3190 as co-chairman District Pulse Polio Committee, coordinator Youth Service Committee, chairman Rotary Youth Leadership Committee. He served as charter president for Rotaract Club of Bangalore, Pena. He is DG Nominating Committee 2013 and 14. Advisor and mentor, International Ryla District 3202 Kerala in 2019. Served as president for Rotary Kumar Park, Bangalore in the year 2009. He also conducts Ryla camps in many parts of South India, and he has conducted camps for more than 2 lakh students now. Awards and recognition in Rotary: Star President, Best Environment Project, Best Health Related Project. District Attention 2009 and 10, and he also has been awarded as Unsung Hero Award in 2013. He conducts polio workshop for Bangalore Rotary Clubs and BBMP officials too in 2009. He has given 6 live programs in all India radio channels on various topics like solid waste management and environment issues. He has a Guinness World Record for highest blood units collected on a single day, and he is with us as a Rotary Youth Leadership Award Committee Advisor and Member Retention Committee. I thank Rotary Tumkur for giving me an opportunity to introduce Mr. Rotarian Shashidhar sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Yashraj. As the saying goes, a great leader can prepare you for a process like nobody else. Yes, here I present our leader, our Guinness record holder, Rotarian Shashidhar Ramalingappa sir, to go on with the third session. The floor is all yours, sir.
Slide. Done? Ready to go? Yeah. Good afternoon. Can you hear me? You can hear me? Yeah. Children, can you hear me? Say yes or no. Okay, I know some of the names. I've been observing you from morning. I'll be asking you questions. This is going to be a totally activity-based. Okay, thank you. It will be totally an activity-based session. Keep your pen and paper ready. Done? All of you have your pen and paper? I can only see Kishan. Kishan CM with pen. Done. Okay, great. Okay, next slide. I can operate from here. Okay, we had fear factor. Then we had what was it? Creative thinking. How prepared you are today for your 10th standard exams? Can you quickly reply in chat box quickly? How prepared you are? Nobody is prepared. 70%. Isha says 70%. Porvika says 50%. Sinchana says preparing. Ranjan says 80%. Okay, done. We are getting, oh, Namrata, go back to Namrata. She said only 001. Okay, good enough. Can you please stop messaging now? Okay, so next slide. Please stop messaging. We are going into activity session now. Can somebody quickly read? Somebody figure out, can you read this? Please on your audio, unmute your audio, somebody speak. They can't read. Please raise your hand. Please raise your hand so somebody can read this. Yeah. Please raise your hand. Anushri, can you read? You're unmuted.
This message served to prove how our minds can do amazing things, impressive things. In the beginning, it was hard, but your mind is reading it automatically without even thinking about it. Be proud, only certain people can read this. Please forward if you can read this.
Excellent. Then how much prepared you are for your 10th standard exam? You unmuted it? Okay, can you put this Pawan Kumar on mic? Pavan Kumar, you are there? Please come.
Pavan.
No? Okay, go to the next slide. See, I want you to just observe this figure and count how many animals you can recognize and put it on the chat box. You have to get minimum 10. 4 and 5 is too low. Who said 12? Please put Isha online. No, I saw a 12 number. No, he has to do it. Isha DJ, can you come online? Maitri KS, you said 13. Can you come online, please? Maitri KS, please speak. Harshita, please unmute and speak. Yes, sir. Okay, I'm okay. There was one Likit with 13. Likit DS. Yeah, Galaxy J2. Can I speak, sir? Can you unmute Galaxy J2? Yeah, you can speak. I don't know who is Galaxy J2. There's no name. Harshita, can you speak? ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಇದೀನಲ್ಲ. Who said speak? Because I'll have to go fast. It's getting late.
Hi, sir.
Yeah. Who is it?
Galaxy J2.
I mean, 12, 13 numbers doesn't think you'll have to mention what animals you saw. Go ahead.
Actually, I mentioned 4, sir.
You said 4. Okay, your name is Galaxy J2, is it? You don't have a name, huh?
My name is Ananya C.
Then you are saying Galaxy J2.
In this, I said Galaxy J2.
Right, ma. In that your Galaxy J2, new model of phone, huh?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me the four animals you saw.
Elephant, dog, rat. That's all, sir.
Why, yeah, you can see donkey very big, no?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Then?
Elephant, donkey, dog, and rat.
Rat. Rat is so small, no? How did you see it?
It's down.
Monica, you want to speak? Okay. So, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಯಾರು unmute ಬೇಗ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ನಾನು ತಗೊಂಡೋಗ್ತೀನಿ. Okay, go to the next slide, sir.
Also.
Monica, you can unmute and speak.
Sir, there is 4 animals are there, sir.
Who is that?
5.
Who is
Elephant, Monica, sir. Elephant, horse, dog, cat, and rat, sir.
Where is horse?
Sir, elephant downward.
Okay. ನೋಡು ಅದು ಹಾರ್ಸ್ ಡಾಂಕಿನ ನೋಡು.
Sorry, sir, donkey, sir.
ಯಾರು ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು?
Sister, sir.
ಸಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಅವಳು ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಳಾ?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So go to the next slide, sir. Okay, see, very important for you to observe diagrams because you'll have a lot of diagrams in your subjects. So that's why I'm giving you simple exercises which you'll be participating from next slide onwards. How many are there? Please count and put it on chat box. Somebody has on, Varshita has seen fish. How many are there? 15, 14, 15, correct. Right, sir. Next slide. Please keep your pen and paper ready. All of you ready with your pen and paper? Put your videos on. I need your video on. Please put your videos on because you'll have to show your answers. Okay, sir. Keep your paper and pen ready. Ready? Next slide, sir.
Look at the diagram. Now I will ask you 4 questions about the square. Okay. A, B, C, D, E.
Who is it, muter? Please draw this diagram on your paper or book or pad or whatever you have. Exactly. Draw a big square. Divide the big square into 4 squares. Harsha N. Please show what you have drawn. Put your video on and please show Harsha. Manjunatha. Nodsappa bega. Manjunatha, please put your video on. Can you see somebody? Okay, ready? We'll start. Okay, they're all saying yes. Please go, sir. Go to the first question. After you divide, you'll have to show it on the video. Divide the white area in the square A into 2 equal pieces. Monica is showing first. Finished? Monica, you'll have to put your paper up.
I have did Manikanta. So Manikanta, where are you?
Monica is first. Can somebody see? Because I'm not able to see it here properly.
This is showing Monica.
Monica, hold it properly to the camera. Yeah, she's done it. Madidar. Monica is right. Anybody else? Illa, no sleep. Galaxy J2. Tanushree is showing. Nanang barta illa ille.
Seven participants raise their hands.
Dhruva, you'll have to put your video on, Dhruva. Dhruva, video on ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನಮಗೆ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. Done? Okay. Good, children. Good. So next slide. It doesn't matter, lick it. If you have done it, it's fine. Now please divide this white area in square B into 3 equal parts. Ranjan has done. Meenakshi is done. Sir, Nodi. Somebody can show it.
Yes, she did right, Monica.
Monica has done right. Anybody else? Kishan? Tejas? Done. Good. Yeah, good. Yeah, good. Good. So go to question 3 now. It will become a little more difficult. Answer ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Answer ಬಂದ್ಮೇಲೆ question 3. Answer for question 2 is right, sir. Go to question 3. Divide square C into 4 equal parts. Please take a minute's time.
Four equal parts. Monica has done wrong. Monica.
Monica, it's not right. Naya, please come on video. ಮಾಡಿದಾರಾ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ? Galaxy J2, please show your video. I can see you. Anta sir, ಯಾರ್ದಾರು ಆನ್ಸರ್?
Dhruva and Sinchana. I am showing.
Monica, it's wrong. ಪವನ್ ನೋಡ್ಸಪ್ಪ, ನೋಡಿ ಸರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ನೋಡ್ಲಿ ನಾನು? ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಆನ್ ಮಾಡು. Kishan, you're wrong. Pawan sir? Wrong, huh? Pawan, you're also wrong, sir. Meenakshi? Chaitra is wrong. Tejas is wrong. Tejas?
Pawan is wrong.
Manikanta? Anybody can see Manikanta, sir?
Meenakshi is also wrong.
Harsha?
Jayant is also.
No, Monica, it's wrong still. Okay, sir. Go. Nobody will get it. Sir, next slide. Please see the answer. ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ. Got the answer? Okay, Priyanka, show. Somebody can see Priyanka. Isha. Sir, ilva kanta ilva. Done, sir. Go to the next question. Last question, question 4.
Isha wrong. Priyanka ji wrong.
Then divide square t into d into 7 equal parts, please. Please give, Isha. You are saying that you can give answer for all questions. You do one thing, you give the answer, I'll give you the questions. Tejas done. Show your video. Video notes open in the. So Tejas nodi barta idya. Manikanta. Harshita. Harshita. Yes. The two Harshitas looks like.
Manikanta is done, sir.
Manikanta, show your video.
Yeah, I can. He's showing. It's good. It's done.
Okay, Manikanta has done it. Excellent. Tejas, please show your video. We are not able to see your answer. Correct, sir? Tejas is correct. No, that's okay. As long as I've done it in straight lines. So please give the answer. Bhumika is correct. Okay, give the answer, sir. No, if they've done horizontal or vertical, it doesn't matter if they've done it properly. Maybe. Right. So next slide. Raja. Okay, good enough. Good enough. I'll tell you why I'm going to make you do all this activities in the last quickly. So next slide. Quickly insert the missing letter and number. Letter you can put it in Kannada or English. Put it on the chat box quickly. Okay, what about the letter? Yeah, very good. All of you are giving G7. G7. No, all of them. Most of them are giving the right answer. It's okay. Option. Nobody is given a Kannada alphabet. No, go back, sir. Not finished. You are going front. Correct ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ ಕನ್ನಡ ಅಕ್ಷರ ಸುಶ್ರುತ satisfied? Done. Okay, next slide. Next exercise, sir. Done, children. Perfect. Nitin, Kannada is wrong. We have gone to the next exercise. Please quickly use logic and put the next number. Anybody came 54?
Yes, sir, many.
43 is wrong. 44 is wrong. 48 is wrong. 44 also is wrong. Okay. But somebody message, whoever has said 54, can you message how you got that number 54? No, 44 is wrong. 54 is right. But how did he get 54? Now 18 into 3. Who said 18 into 3? Varshita. Yes, perfect. 18 into 3. But how 18 into 3? How? Pawan Kumar, how? Yes. Tanushree is given the perfect answer. Just open the chat box. Ranjan also. Perfect. So next activity. I'll be skipping some slides. So next. Next. So children, please understand there's no failure. It's only a feedback. I think most of you will be going through your tests or preliminary exam or second term exam, or I don't know, according to the school. So whatever your subjects you're going to get, don't please take it as failure. Your marks is your feedback from your teacher. Suppose you get 60 out of 100, you will have to find out where that 40 went. So that's not your failure. That 40 marks is your feedback from your teacher for any given subject. Next. Please skip 2-3 activities because it's getting late for Mohan. Can you insert the missing number, children, quickly? No. Kamala, it's wrong. And this is 6.
People heard you saying 6 and then
No, it's okay. A lot of 6. After that only I said.
900.
Who said 900? Yeah.
Narmada.
Chaitra. The answer is 6. Can somebody say whoever has answered 6? Can you say how you got the answer as 6? No, it's not 8, sir.
Dhruva, 6 into 6.
No, but how? How 6 into 6? What is the logic? Yes, somebody said I can tell. Can just check who it is.
Monisha.
Monisha, you can please tell how. Monica, unmute. Please
Yes,
unmute.
sir, am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
Sir, as 330 is 9 and 440 is 16
Okay,
and 650 is 30. So 660 is equal to 36.
Correct, sir. 339, 4 is 16, 6 is 36.
Done. Okay, good. I couldn't hear you. Done. Monica, perfect. Your logic is perfect. So next. Okay, now let me get something very quickly and seriously about your exams. Today we are on 22nd November. Children, you are able to hear me? Can you stop answering, please? Can you just listen to me now? Okay, good. Done. Today is 22nd November 2020, right? Probably your exam should be scheduled for first week of April or last week of March. I think so. Hope so. COVID is not going to say, oh, COVID ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೀವಿ in exam ಬರೆಯಲ್ಲ. No, it will not happen. It will happen late or it might happen soon, but it's going to happen. ಹಾಗೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ತಾನೇ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮು? ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಅಂತೂ ಆಗಲ್ವಲ್ಲ? Yes. So there's no reasons, no excuses, nothing. Okay. Okay, understood. Everybody is saying yes.
Yes, sir.
Probably 22nd November 2020 today till 26th March 2021. November to November, December, January, February, March. 4 months. Ryla says, sir, but not syllabus complete, sir. Okay,
Yes,
please
sir.
answer your questions. I also was seeing all your questions in previous sessions. I'm going to answer all the questions now. External disturbance, sir. Please, my class keep quiet. Somebody is saying external disturbance. Okay, there was one person, Manikanta said, should we wait like Shabari, sir? Correct, sir? Can you read the chat for me, please?
Sir, we should wait as a Shabari for exams.
Okay. I'll come to that. I'll answer that. Right, sir. Next slide. We have 4 months for your exams to go. Now, please listen to this. I think other speakers also have just touched, but this is my suggestion for all the students who are studying from today. Sir, not complete syllabus. Vishala, you're keeping on messaging. Don't bother about it. First, listen to me. Please set your timetable. The problem now is we have been observing the online classes going on, the online session going on from past 2 hours. So I have been watching the text box. There was one fellow who said, shut up to me only. So you people are just messaging unwanted things, not listening to speaker, asking questions at the wrong time. Please listen to what speakers have to say. We have half an hour question hour. But again, Meenakshi is saying external disturbance.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Now it's okay? Is it okay now? Now it's okay? Yeah, okay, done. Quickly we're going. I said go back to the previous slide, sir. Reset your timetable. No, previous slide. You went to the next slide. Yeah, previous slide. Please listen to me from this slide onwards. I will tell you, please reset your timetable. The problem is you're not going to school now. You're staying at home. Online classes are going on. So half a day you're free. There are also people who will put on audio, video, or they'll mute their audio, put off their video, put a virtual background. Oh, I'm present, sir. Nanidini, sir, ashte. But ಏನು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಕಲ್ತ್ಕೊಂತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. So you have 4 months to prepare. Somebody said, whether you like to wait or you don't like to wait, exam will come, boss. You have to do your exam. If not today, tomorrow. Next, sir. Please reset your timetable. Please don't waste time. So next slide. All this, no, too fast, sir. Sir, so no, you're going too fast. No, you have to go 2 slides back. Please reset all your timings like this. Your study time is your online time, your class time. Don't mix up your online time and your study time. Done? I think first session, I don't remember. I think first session, the speaker was telling, no, you'll have to rest properly. You'll have to dedicate a number of hours to study. I'm just putting you points as to look at as 10th standard students. Next. Sir, next. Please prepare for a demo exam I've just looked into the Sundays, start preparing, have a demo exam on your own, on all your subjects. As you're drawing close to your final exams, dedicate 6 Sundays with exact 3 hours of running time for your exam. There's one small advice I want to give to all children. Remember what pen you're going to use regularly. Please have a similar pen when you're going to write your exam. It's going to make a difference. ಏನ್ ಪೆನ್ನು ನೀವು ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋ ಅದೇ ಪೆನ್ ತರ ಪೆನ್ನೇ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಗೆ. Because it has been proved that using different kinds of pens and suddenly you find it difficult to write. So you'll be used to a particular kind of pen. This is a very simple tip I'm giving you. Next. What does X-ray revision mean? Suppose if you hurt your knees, so we will only take an X-ray of your knee. We will not take X-ray of your body. So have an X-ray revision. Rescan all your subjects, make main points, make note of keywords, make note of key formulas. Right, children? Getting the point? Next. This is something which we want to tell all children. Children are very careless. There's something we have called as an exam day check. Wake up early. Shantavagiri, be calm. Your exam is scheduled for 9 o'clock. Example 9 o'clock. Please get ready by 6 o'clock. Eat your breakfast and go to exam. Don't go empty stomach. Check your bag. Avoid last minute reading. ತುಂಬಾ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಮಿನಿಟ್ ರೀಡಿಂಗ್. ಹೆಂಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಹಾಲ್ ಎಂಟರ್ ಆಗೋ ತನಕ ಬಾಗಿಲು ಒಳಗೆ ಹೋಗೋ ತನಕ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬುಕ್ ಇಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಓಡೋದು ಒಳಗೆ. Right. Next. Please check all this following. What happens? We have seen children coming with pen without eraser. They'll come with eraser without scale. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತಿರೋಗೆ ಯಶ್ ಪೆನ್ ಕೊಡೋ, ಪೆನ್ಸಿಲ್ ಕೊಡೋ, ಈ ತರ ಕೇಳ್ತೀರಾ ನೀವು. ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿರೋರ್ಗೂ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ನೀವು ಟೈಮ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೂ ಟೈಮ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ತೀರಾ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಸರ್ ಇದು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಇಷ್ಟಿಷ್ಟು ಅಂತ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಮರ್ತ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಾ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಒತ್ತಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. ಯುವರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಡೇ ಪ್ರಿಪರೇಷನ್ ಆಸ್ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಸ್ ಯುಲ್ ಫರ್ಗೆಟ್ ಅ ರಬ್ಬರ್, ಯುಲ್ ಫರ್ಗೆಟ್ ಅ ಶಾರ್ಪ್ನರ್. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಹಾಲ್ ಟಿಕೆಟ್ ಮರ್ತ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಶಾಲೆ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಸರ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಮರ್ತ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಸರ್ ಹಾಲ್ ಟಿಕೆಟು? ಒಂದು 20-25 ಜನ ಮರ್ತ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಗೆ? 50 ಜನ 20 ಜನ ಇರ್ತಾರಂತೆ ಸರ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ನೀವು ನಮ್ಮ ಹೆಡ್ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿ ಪರ್ಮಿಷನ್ ತಗೊಂಡು, ಮೋನಿಕಾ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಡಿಂಟ್ ನೋ ಕನ್ನಡ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಮಿ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ, ಯು ಆರ್ ಟೆಲಿಂಗ್ ಮಿ ನೌ, ಬಟ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಕನ್ನಡ. It is a dual language, it's not in a single language. So please check all this before going to your exam. The next. The second point we want to tell you, please enjoy your exam. Don't take examination as a tension. You have to do the exam. You be calm, confident. Enjoy your exam. Your willpower is your first success. No, watch it. Next, I have only one more slide. Next. Please follow all this. Write your name on hall ticket number. Read your question paper twice, thrice before answering. Question paper ಬಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಗೊತ್ತಾ? What is it, Manoj Gowda? I cannot understand what you have messaged. Be aware of your time. Check your answer sheet before submitting your answer sheet to your teacher. Clear? Next. Examination center check ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಬಹಳ ಜನ ನೀವು ವಿಲೇಜ್ಗಳು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಬೇರೆ if you're going to a different exam center other than your school, please check 1 week before your first exam. Plan your travel time. All simple things, but it matters. On that day you will remember, sir, in 5 minutes before I should have left my home. I did not expect traffic jam. ಬಸ್ಗೆ ಕೊರೋನಾ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತು, ನಿಮಗೆ ಬರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಸ್ಗೆ ಕೊರೋನಾ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತು, ಸೊ ಬಸ್ ಬರಲಿಲ್ಲ. You'll have to be prepared for all that. Next. Please see this. This is the last slide. Please see. You're climbing a mountain in life. You're all children. You come to high school now. Then you're climbing from school, primary school, middle school to high school. Oh, you feel so happy. You're going to enter high school. After high school, when we go to college, you feel even more happy. Oh, now I'm a college student. Oh, then you think you're finished. You finished climbing the topmost hill in your life. But then you'll realize that life is the biggest hill. Every day we are learning. Every day we are studying. Sinchana is asking, sir, how tell answer steps paper? Lohit has raised his hand. Just check, sir, what it is. One more question I'll take, that's all. Lohit, you can speak quickly. Only one question. No, Lohit is not online, sir. Okay, it doesn't matter. We'll have a question answer session at the end of the program. I saw a lot of questions coming, sir. How to do preparation, how to do this thing. We can all just tell now how you can prepare, but you have to prepare, children. You'll have to make a plan. I told you, make a new timetable from today. Reset your timetable and just go on. All the best. Exams are going to happen. Be ready for it. You don't have to wait forever. Exams are going to happen. Right? Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Yes, dear participants, it's time for all of us to reset our timetable. It was indeed a very quick and efficient session. We were all very energetic to listen to sir. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to you, sir, on behalf of Ryla, Rotary Tumkur of District 3190. Thank you. Now moving on. I would like to request Annette Gokul Prakash to introduce us all to the fourth and last speaker for the day. Over to you, Gokul.
Good afternoon all. I am Anand Gokul Prakash from Rotary Tumkur. I am very proud and privileged to introduce Mr. Rotarian Mohan Kumar sir. Mohan Kumar sir is working as a practice at for Wipro Limited. His area of expertise is in digital technologies and deeply engaged with competency development and enabling hyperscale cloud practices, and a campus ambassador and hold pre-placement talks. He holds electrical engineering degree and MBA in HR. He has been elected as Fellow of Institute of Engineers, India. He has 32 years of IT experience and has been associated with Wipro Limited for over 14 years. He has relocated to Bangalore after staying in Australia for over 15 years. Mr. Mohan is currently involved in community projects in the area of youth leadership and provides mentorship to students pursuing engineering, business and management and other courses. He takes interest in initiatives of Rotary International and deeply involved in Ryla, vocational and environment initiatives. He is a certified cricket umpire and has been involved in volunteering in global sports events. Mr. Mohan is part of the Board of Studies and is also a member of Industry Academia advisory committees for several colleges and universities and contributes to National Assessment and Accreditation Council and National Board of Accreditation Assessment representing the history. Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you, Gokul. If you just communicate, you can get by. But if you communicate skillfully, you can work miracles. Yes. Here I present the Global Practice Head of Wipro India Limited, Rotarian Mohan Kumar sir, to furnish our communication skills. The floor is all yours, sir.
Thank you, Shushita. Good afternoon. Am I audible? Can I just say, can someone say, am I audible enough? So thank you very much. I think I know this lunchtime is coming very quickly. I don't want to chew your time. But firstly, I thank our speakers, Meghana, we had Dr. Shobha and Rotarian Shashidhar, and fantastic. They covered everything, right? From facing fear, or it could be creative thinking, problem solving, or hygiene, what we call about, things like exam preparation. So one of the things I would also remind Shashidhar sir, we also have to carry mask and sanitizer, looks like. Hopefully this pandemic will subside. So very important session, if you can bear with me, because this is something life skills we call. This is like an oxygen today. If you don't have communication skills, it's going to be very, very hard. It could be in business, it could be in studies, academic world, or if you're going to present, or if you have a profession, or in personal life, or you're going to singing, dance, anything. Communication skills, very important to understand that all of us, I'll tell you a story, a little bit of a, a real story. It happened 3 days back. I was in an interview panel at Wipro, and we were, this is a promotion panel, and this is in the last stage of interview. And the reason we didn't promote him, very simple, that he didn't have good communication skills. Or when I say good communication, he was not able to articulate or present well. Because of that, he really failed to get promotion. Imagine, after 16 years of work, and the reason is customers want good communication skills. But if he's going to be a consultant, spend time on site, say, for example, you will be in other part of the world, right? So this communication skills session is not about English. Okay, so that people must be thinking, yes, communication skills about English is very important. That is a medium of business today, but I will still take you through what it takes to have an effective communication, right? So what is there? We will see quickly. It is about looking at you have good and bad communication. Like I said, it can make or break your life, and especially in business world, right? When you grow up, when you start become an entrepreneur or a industrialist, or you're going to future study or get a PhD, right? It's very important to have good communication. I'll talk you through next 15-20 minutes very quickly. So what are the basic skills we are looking? We are also looking at how we can recognize there are some barriers, right? Communication barriers. There is a difference between hearing and listening. Very important that to understand the differentiation between hearing and listening. How do we speak confidently? You saw our MC, and you saw all our people who introduced so nice confidently, right? They're all still students. So they were very, so don't you think they did a very good job? So we have to congratulate them, how they took the program flow with very less practice, of course. So the confidence is seen, the way they spoke and how they effectively have spoken today. So that is a good benchmark for us, right? So for any, what is communication? I think you all know that it is a transmitting of information, ideas, and attitudes from one person to another person. It's very important to understand it is about meaningful interaction. among human beings. Of course, you can also say human beings to animals also do happen, some interactions, right? Even animals to animals do happen, but we are focusing on human beings here now. It's very important to understand ideas, brainstorming. I think ma'am already, Dr. Shobha already, she talked about how much of a mind map, the brainstorming among others, idea sharing, very important that, we transmit ideas from each person. So very simple, I'm going to put it. It's about spoken words, and first and very simplest way, whichever language you are going to speak, whether your mother tongue in Hindi or it could be Kannada, Tamil, in India, we have 14 official languages, right? So the spoken, what we speak must be very simple. If you complicate things, if the other person is not able to understand, then it's the whole effective communication is not going to be there. And in fact, people will lose interest because you have not put it in a very simple way. Just like your teachers, faculty, how well they teach. In fact, they teach in so simplest way for rest of your life, you will remember. After 20, 30 years, you will still recollect how your teacher was able to explain it very simple. It could be a formula, like a science experiment, or show and tell. So nicely they would have spoken to you. And body language, I'll emphasize more on that, how we are going to see the body language, right? Very important. I'll also take you through some of the best practice. And written words is very important. Today, I think you are in the millennial, right, generation Z, or you are in now generation Y, or even called generation X, after you are born this century, right? I think you are caught up in the social media, where a little bit of this written things have just little bit is gone in the backside. But let's see how it's very important. I'll walk you through, because writing and WhatsApp chat, Twitter, and all that funny symbols. Of course, it's okay but in a formal setting, very important to emphasize. One meaning in a legal term. If you write one wrong sentence or a word, it means different things in legal. So very important to understand that even written words are very important in our lives. And of course, visual, wonderful visuals we have seen today. All the speakers had wonderful slides. See, if I just speak to you, you will get bored, right? That's why visuals are very important. And same as a lot of your faculty, your teachers, they have gone through, made wonderful slides. In fact, today, with all this online communication is a new paradigm shift. We call new normal. That is the new next normal of communication. That's why we have to use visuals, because visuals will stick in your mind. So very important. What is the three things? If you have to have task and goals accomplishing, you have to have very important good communication skills. Academic, like I talked about, professional, right? My colleague, because I was a panel, we could not progress because of lack of communication skills. But it's not that end of the world. We are going to put some remedial process saying that, go for advanced presentation skills, right? Maybe watch some YouTube. So those sort of things, there's always, life doesn't end here. We will always have areas of improvement. Like Rotarian Shashidan said, there's nothing failure just because you don't have communication, just a feedback that we are going to take it. And of course, good presentation, speaking, listening, and writing skills is part of all the important things for communication. Hope you are okay so far, so good. Yes, just a checkpoint. Can I see some chats? Okay, so why do we need to communicate to start with, and why good communication also is required? First of all, we express our emotions. If you see in all the serials, acting, drama, theatrics, right, you already seen. At the same time, your parents must be a little bit angry on you, or some emotions, right? Emotions is always energy in motion. That's why it's called emotions. Also have a joint understanding. It could be between countries, it could be zones, it could be our neighbors, right? Or in business partner relationship, you have to have a joint mutual collaborative understanding. We have to get things done, right? Sometimes we may have request in email, or we may request over the phone. Sometimes we have to go and beg our principal, right? Maybe you had an attendance shortage. Maybe you were not well, you were sick. As long as you justify and you communicate properly, the other person understands your situation, then it's a good effective communication. And also sometimes they want to request reciprocal, right? You pass on some information, you also have to get respond. Again, it'll be a to and fro, what we call to and fro communication. Sometimes we have to reach good decisions. It could be in our family, or it could be in professional life, or business decision, or customer is going to sign off a large deal, right? So that's where very good communication skills is required, and also develop good relationship. Most of our, the relationship starts with good communication. I'm sure you have good friends, neighbors, other schools, colleges, right? You would already establish good communication, right? That's why your relationship always builds on top of that. Okay, so just a little bit on truth about communication. Without listening, you cannot. I will talk about what is the difference between hearing and listening, but without honest listening, sometimes we have a habit of not listening at all. We jump to conclusion. It could be even faculty also. I'm not saying we're all human beings, right? Sometimes the faculty may not be listening to the students. Before the student says something, the faculty will jump through. Or it could be even parents also not listening to the kids, right? Or the children. Maybe they have, or it could be other way, right? The children are definitely, sometimes we may not be listening. We do not try hard messages to get, that means sometimes, we have to, same message, we have to put it in different way. And sometimes there is no, for example, if you go to a police station, they get the message very hard, right? They know how to sort it out, right? Because somebody has done illegal things, mischief, or, all those things, they will know how to get sorted out. They have their own way of communicating, right? Sometimes we don't take different media, sometimes the channels, what we call. Sometimes customer says you come face to face, but that time we will say, no, today, okay, today, Corona time, nobody can go face to face. But sometimes what happens is when customer says, don't come, then we all end up in customer location, right? We have to understand what channel of communication is required, and it cannot be perfected. It's not that, after 32 years, I have lost my hair. You can see almost everything is gone like a LED bulb. Today, I'm sitting in front of you. You think we can communicate? No, because today we have to learn new things. And if, for example, if you are working in a country like Germany, right, or in other European countries, maybe you're working in France, maybe in 5-10 years time, you have to understand local languages as well, right? So it will take time, and it is not just one day, communication, learning and knowing about it. It is a journey. So I will walk you through some of the things, how we are going to. I think we all know about this. I think you would have done, especially in schools and colleges. The very easy, very simple. There is a sender that sends a message through many channels. The way you're going to formulate, right? You may structure the message, or it could be simple messages. It could be complex messages, or it could be a science, arts, anything, right? What sort of channel we are looking at? Or like I said, email is one channel, or phone is another channel. Writing, right? Contracts, legal documents is another channel. How we are going to deliver? So today, very simple, I'm delivering over an online platform, and how you are receiving it, right? You have already made some understanding what I'm saying, or you have already created a perception. Oh my God, the communication is, there is so much to communication. Maybe if I ask you some few questions, you're going to respond. This is a simple mechanism. Even this will be taught when you're going to be in graduation school or in any degree. This same communication flow is exactly the same, and you will be taught in those classes. Okay, so you also have to understand there are two ways of communicating. One is formal and informal. Formal is more accurate. It's about exact data. And once I'm doing a very formal communication. All our speakers, probably if we had time today, we would have had an informal chat as well, but we didn't have. But it's a formal Ryla function. So we have to have our decor, and we went through a structure. If it is an informal communication, then we are more flexible. We can, hear your grandma stories, once upon a time stories, Chanda Mama, all those things, all your rumors, gossips, who went, who ran away with whom, who went, all the stories, who am I saw, which mall I was seeing this person, what is about movie actress, movie actor, all those things. So very important to understand there's formal and informal ways of communication. Okay, so moving on, you have to understand the difference between written and verbal communication. Today's world is very, very important. Whatever you are going to write, if you write an email, that actually stands in a legal point. That's why I'm saying if somebody writes something nasty, you're going to get in trouble. Anything written today has to be checked, spell checked, or maybe reviewed. If somebody asks you to write a letter that you are sick, you write a communication, ask somebody to review. Maybe your parents will review before you send. Now the verbal, telephone chat, and if there is a brainstorming, a team meeting, discussions happen, right? Or one-on-one meeting. All this is called verbal communication. So far so good. I know a few people have raised. I'll give you some time to provide my response. And what is the impact? There has been study today done. The tone of voice is very important. 38% it constitutes among, if you say 100%, how we are going to break. The body language, it talks about your confidence, right? It talks about, so much that, you want to listen to that person. And the words, of course, you also have to have meaningful words, correct factual words, or, sometimes. So don't discard words. They're also important. The most important is body language and tone. That's why in some classes, this is not against any faculty or any training people. Sometimes if you don't have the tone, the class is going to be very boring. No, there'll be just murmuring and you will not have interest. Whether you sit in the front of the class, back of the class, anyway, we will go to sleep, right? Only when you sleep, don't wake your neighbor, that's all. The chances are you sleep and you snore and you will also wake the other person. That's just a little bit of joke, okay? So the body language is, that's why you see, when you see a defense person, when he stands and delivers a speech, you see some of the politicians, where they deliver the body language, they know what they're speaking. They're very confident, right? You want to hear them. And you also same thing, you see how some actors, the way they macho, or actors, the way they act, you'll see from the body language, they're very, very confident. So that is how it just gives a perspective of how it is impacted. And I'll give some examples. People have to understand, right? These are all very basic stuff, but very important. This is a life skills for you. For example, what examples of written communication is about writing memos. In government departments, they write memos between one government to another government, from one education department, another education department. We write reports. In fact, after this program, I'm supposed to write about this program. Then we give it to our press for public image. Now we are speaking over the interviews, face-to-face, video call, video interviews. Okay, today you all have to be prepared now. Next 5 years, there will be a lot of online. You'll have like this laptops, front of desktops. You'll have instead of face-to-face, you will be speaking over the online sort of communication. The gestures, open arm, right? The voice, the tone, and sometimes silence is a gesture. I know sometimes things don't go well. Maybe in families you would have seen your parents will be very quiet. That means what? They might think that they are angry too. They're showing that anger through silence, right? Visuals, very important. No, like a PPT. See, today it's expected when you complete your 10th class that you all have to understand how to make PPTs. You have to know how to make multimedia. You may have to record, right? All this is very important. When we say multimedia, again, today, if you see a lot of, you already know news channel is coming on the mobile. The magazines, of course, the hard copy is slowly dissipating. Internet is a big channel in the multimedia. Okay, so you also have to understand where written and verbal communication, each of the got their own strengths, right? Sometimes, like I said, a legal, a proof, a tax statements, or if you want to, go and get approval, something written is very important. For your marks card, it stays forever, right? When you go for job, interview, admission, your PhD, MBA, anything, that is a proof of a written, it's a marks card. There are strengths and weaknesses. Okay, sometimes each one differs. The context is different. For example, in a where we see strengths in verbal, sometimes we have to say, in face to face. Sometimes we have to deliver hard messages. Sometimes we need to ask immediate response. If I wait for a written communication, you want to think about it, draft, maybe communicate. In some cases, you post. It might take, even if it's from overseas, it might even take 1 month, 2 months, right? So, but if I want to deliver and get something, we are going to talk, right? Verbal communication. So there are weaknesses in written. Actually, if you write, no, of course, you can write poems and beautiful stories, art and other stuff, but it will not actually have actual feelings, right? It will be very structured. Maybe you can write, of course, if you see some good novels, you will see some, you'll always cherish. But in a business communication, it will not generate any feelings unless you write something nasty, and it will further invoke anger. Whereas if you see weaknesses on a verbal communication, if I keep talking, I can talk till the cows come home, 1 o'clock, 5, 10, then it's not going to be effective, right? Especially if I have to explain complex, you have to show, maybe a textbook will have a formula, go by step by step. That's why you see textbooks have got pictures, figures, and the steps, right? So you should understand difference between written and verbal. Very quickly, before non-verbal, I talked about 58% of the impact. Eye contact. When we do interviews at Wipro, campus interviews, people look down, that is very wrong. That means that it shows that you are not confident of yourself, or you're not prepared for the interview, or you're not, people don't trust you. If I don't, of course, you don't stare at a girl or a boy, or vice versa, right? But at least, okay, in that case, have a minimum eye contact and maybe come back to the other person again. But if you don't have no eye contact, then that means that is one of the very bad communication. You try at home, when your parents are shouting at you, of course, you don't look at their eyes, because that means you're guilty. You are all, they catch you because you're not, of course, if you're not done anything wrong, you have a thing to talk to them. I to say that it was not my mistake, right? So that at least gives some credibility. Facial expression. Just sometimes people are like stones. Do you like to talk to them? No, right? Sometimes you have to smile, little bit of smile. Sometimes people in Western part of the world, most of the non-verbal is through the faces. When we go and sit in the meetings, we pick up the cues. CUE means we pick up something. When I am talking to that my manager, customer manager, or somebody else will look at the customer and pick up, oh, maybe he's nodding, he's agreeing to it, he's not, maybe he's angry, he's not liking it. No, all that we pick up through the facial expression. Gestures, open arm, don't fold like this. That means closed. People will not like that, right? Keep it, neutral position. Posture and body orientation, very important. Stand erect when you're saying. If you stoop, in fact, if you go for defense interview, they will have 10 to 16 seconds. They can find out whether you have a good posture, body orientation. They will even reject you then and there because they know the way you stand up. Proximity. In fact, this COVID has taught one good thing is about having social distance. Otherwise, we have a tendency on falling on each other. Don't ask me whether we do it deliberately or we wantedly do, or we wanted to step on somebody's toes or some mischief. But today it has really taught us, whether you go to airport, bus stand. I traveled by metro yesterday in Bangalore metro. There is a marker there. So proximity is very important. Ideally, you should have 1.5 meters. That's why this 6 meter, distance between 6 feet is very important. Paralinguistic is about how you say voice, tone, right? Especially if you are an artist, it will come out, right? And humor, of course, you should have a little bit of humor. In the class, even for faculty also, little bit of humor, some good. I mean, as long as it's, you're not offending the humor, with somebody else, or you're making some religious or other jokes at the expense of somebody, that is bad. Okay, so ensure that is a very good humor. You have something, and the barriers of communication. Now, if somebody said external noise, So I saw immediately we muted, right? So for example, you are attending an interview. Can you stand in a market and take interviews? No, right? Or if you're sitting in your house, suddenly your neighbor's dog is barking. It's going to be irritating, right? So these are all barriers for communication. Inappropriate medium, again, whether it's email, you have to understand what is requested, email, fax, phone. See, government department are very formal. They want everything formal. You cannot just walk into them and you then blame the government of not doing. They have a process. They have, they have structure. They'll follow that. And they'll say, okay, come today, tomorrow, fine. But they have a proper medium. Then a lot of assumptions are made. We make, like, we make people assumption wrong, bad conceptions, misconceptions, misunderstandings happen. Okay, these are all barriers, language differences. And within Karnataka, we are now going to have a 31st district, Vijayanagara, very soon. Imagine so many borders of between Tumkur and Bangalore and other parts, we have differences in Kannada dialect as well. Imagine 14 different languages. Imagine multinational, multi-global, the differences, right? Of course, poor listening skills. Some of them are very adamant. I will not listen to you. That means the barrier is there, right? Then your whole communication. Well, of course, there's distractions. It could be, it may not be you, but it could be some other person distracting you. Okay, so last slide before we will take the panel questions. So hearing and listening. Hearing is a physical process. Just you're going to hear. Understood? You are going to your parents are giving you something. You are just going to be. It's a passive. That's all. Right? Whereas listening is very important. It's physical as well as mental. If you listen to these sessions from morning, you would have got so much. If you're just going to be hearing, and then you are not going to get. That's why in classes, it's very important to understand. Because what happens is, you will be surprised when you come for interviews, right? We will ask you question. Of course, you have to listen and you have to hear first and then listen. Then we will ask you some fundamental questions, right, in the interview. And you don't express, you don't articulate, you don't respond. That means you are never listened in your class. You are just mugging for exams. If you had listened properly, even if it is 10 things, you could have remembered 2, 3, because if you have to listen with why, like madam said, why, what, whom, where, 5 W's and 1 H, right? If you have that process, and then it will get into all this. Of course, I'm not saying, everything is hunky-dory. Listening is very hard. That is the hardest thing for human beings, If you are all listened, we wouldn't have got COVID now. Because we went through without mask. People landed from outside. Straight away, we went, spread the whole thing. For last 1 year, we are doing that. Because we never listened to anybody. So last slide, just to show what is the difference. Very quickly, how much you have to speak, make an effort to ask questions. When you are listening, do not interrupt. Give other person to, give a chance. Acknowledge the speaker. Listening is more valuable than talking. So a few things I'm going to very quickly, 5-10 seconds. These are all do's. Use simple words, phrases. See, if I had come here, made a lot of complex, and it would have gone bouncer. Like my ball head, you have seen, it would have gone above the head. You have to speak clearly, audibly, right? And check twice with the listener whether they have understood, especially the faculty. They have to go back and ask the children, have you understood case? Is it something you have not? Can I come back? So these are all some good and do's, right? Make notes, repeat what the speaker has said to check whether you have understood accurately. Very quickly, don'ts, very important. More than do's, don'ts, right? Do not speak too fast. Of course, if you ask me, I'm speaking too fast because I'm under time pressure. The scope of my time is there, but you have to bear with me. We could have multiple Ryla sessions. We'll come to your schools, individual schools, colleges. We will do it again, but don't speak too fast, too slow, right? And sometimes anger is also very important. So don't, again, lot of things. Don't jump to conclusion. That's why you make some perception and don't assume things. Okay, so very important, improve language, pronunciation. In fact, if you see there is spelling mistake here, I just picked it up. pronunciation, the word spelling, it could be deliberately put there just to see. So make sure you work on the body language, read more, read books, read newspapers. Don't read some junk, right? Always read. There are a lot of books. Read books in your own language. It's not necessary. English has got 7 lakhs words. Can you read everybody? Can everybody become an English master? If they say 7 lakhs word in a lifetime, they say an average person knows only 5,000 words. So are you able to hear me now? Okay, sorry for the communication. In fact, there was a real communication failure. Now you can blame the technology or the power. So there was a bit of interruption. So in summary, communication has to be complete, considerate, courteous, right? So it's very, very important for you. This is one of the important life skills. With this, I'm going to end and I'm going to ask our panel members and think there are a few questions we're going to respond to you. Please bear with another few more minutes. I know lunchtime is coming. Don't get angry. I know we are all hungry. From hunger to anger, we don't want to transition there. Just few more. I know I can see smell good smiles. Just stay tuned.
The art of communication is a language of leadership, and getting to know about it from a leader was indeed a blessing. Thank you so much, sir. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to you on behalf of Ryla, Rotary Tumkur of District 3190. Now, we all are open to question. I have listed some of the questions you all had put in the chat box. If you have any extra questions, then do drop your questions now. We will take them one by one and answer as much as possible. And I would also like to welcome Shobha ma'am and Meghna to the meeting again. So yes, all the 4 session takers are available to you now. Whatever the questions are, fire it out at them and they're there for you to answer. Yes, students, go ahead.
Shobha ma'am, you're there?
Yes, sir, I'm there.
Ma'am, Meenakshi has a question. How to avoid mood swings while studying?
Okay. Good question, Meenakshi. See, first and foremost, we need to understand where and from how the mood swings are coming from. We need to, as I was telling you, if it could be lack of interest in a subject, which importantly where get that goal and interest in the subject, find out is a lack of interest coming because the subject is tough or not paying attention, as I was telling you. So those points. Apart from that, mood swings can also come when you're hungry, when you've not slept well, when you're anemic. So there could be biological reasons to it also. So physiological reasons, psychological reasons, social reasons. So we need to find out, Meenakshi, why it is coming. So
ಸ್ಟಕ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ನನಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ.